And welcome back, everyone, to the 28th episode of Unravel. Today we're going to be picking up where the party last left off, but very quickly, Angie's still not back, but she will be back next time we're playing, which is not next week, but the week after that. Aside from that, we are currently missing a Cherry or Zira because she's at a surprise party.
Well, if they were watching this, then it's ruined.
So we'll have to. Well, that's not my fault. So we'll have to do it with these three knuckleheads.
Knuckleheads?
Last time.
What did you say?
After you guys arrived at Zhatka in search for a ship that could take you up onto the Lawless Archipelago, you stayed a night in the half-sunken hovel, where you eventually managed to find a sailor named Irvin who would take you there for a certain payment, of course. You left your horses with the innkeeper who said she would take care of them
Definitely not eat them.
for half a year until your payment ran out, and then she would indeed, eat them or sell them for meat. You had a short, odd interaction with the ruler of this town, a Merid by the name of Gustav, who shared
Best
some
NPC.
information about giant pearls or giant clams, for which Bree was looking. You all went out onto the realm of elements, into the ocean, and eventually passing your way out of that bay into the Lost Storm Sea, where you first encountered two individuals who demanded you pay tribute to the Great Leviathan, which Utzel was less than pleased about, but eventually you guys complied by giving them a very well-decorated trident, a very expensive-looking one, which seemed to have sufficed for whatever you needed to pay. The following day, some boat shenanigans happened, part of which involved Bree being thrown into the water on accident. In that evening, whilst you guys were passing under the massive floating island just off of the eastern coast, Utzil was taking a watch. And while Utzil was taking a watch, he saw things moving its way from under the water. And just barely as he managed to alert the five of you on the boat, you woke up as a fish-like hand grasped its way onto the side of the ship and began to climb. As this fish-like thingy is making its way onto the ship, I do need the three of you, and Sky, you're playing for Cherry as well, so I need you to roll twice, but roll for initiative.
Let me just do a quick reading to see how this battle will go.
I also need to know from each of you where you'd like to position yourself.
I'd like to be
boat.
on the boat, not off the boat, but
Well,
Yeah.
also, you mentioned
start.
specifically that you were near the mast, so that kind of limits your options a little bit.
did I?
Yes, you were sitting in the center of the ship. If you want to, well, you noticed this coming, so if you want to move, go for it. You can.
No, I'm fine in the middle of the ship.
I don't
mind.
have a whole lot of blue miniatures, so I only have this one. Irvin will be sitting at the back of the boat.
Blue miniature.
Yes, because he is a water genasi.
Blue.
George, where are you at?
Copyright. You can't sing it. So,
Yay.
I'm
you're
yellow,
gonna
yellow,
be at
yellow,
the
yellow,
mast,
yellow,
the other
yellow,
side of the
yellow.
mast.
Hey, just for point of order, George, are you wearing your armor?
We're on the ship. I
You were
thought
just
is
rudely
there an
awoken.
inside? Is there an inside of the ship?
There's not an inside of it. There's a storage space below it where you can store stuff, but you can't really walk there. Zira would be able to because
So
it's just so
Change in the
shallow.
open air, if you would
Well,
take it
I
off.
will say fairly, George. after the offering figured this was going to be a smooth ride. Probably doesn't wear his armor at the moment.
Alright, that's an important thing to
Ooh.
note.
Oh,
You're the
oh.
only one who wears armor that would be uncomfortable to sleep in, so. Bree, where are you at?
Yeah, that's why you don't wear armor, kids. Is again rebirth. This is the second time this card has gone up for Utzil, so
I think I'm
I think you have to be sent to rebirth.
under the
then.
sail, like between George and Irvin. What's his name?
Yeah.
it is prettier day after all.
Let me figure out because this boat has tiles given to itself. They're just a little fucky wucky. So there's two tiles in between here, two spaces. Which one do you want to be on? Closer to George or closer to Irvin?
I want to
Close to George. Irvin is a weirdo.
preface also that my Discord is being fucky wucky, so I don't see anything going on.
Oh,
That's problematic.
Yep.
And where is Zira?
Sarah is close to Bree, so either behind her or next to her,
Okay, which one is it?
which is possible on this boat.
She can
two
stand
creatures
on this side. She can stand over there. She can be on the other
next
side.
to me. Next to me.
So in between Irvin and you.
No, next to me, as in on the other side. So over there, yeah.
Here? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Everybody in the boat. So. They were climbing onto the boat, so they're pretty close at this point.
You may have heard the call of your vacation. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
Alright. So, your boat seems to be surrounded. For initiative, 25 to 20.
Natural 20 for Zira.
Ooh.
That's a 21 total.
Okay. 20 to 15.
I got an 18. Oh no, wait, I got a 20.
Oh, alright.
Unnatural. 18 plus 2.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
11 for George.
Okay.
Ooh.
And Bree's at the
Uh,
bottom again.
What do you have, Bree?
7.
You are indeed at the bottom.
Go high or go low in this case.
Well, that's pretty low.
Yeah. And Zira's pretty high, so.
Alright,
And
might
37.
drop out.
Uh-oh.
Give me a second.
Of course. Well, luckily it's not your turn yet. It's Zira's turn. So, what does Zira want to do?
Let me see. What does she want to do? Can do several stuff. Let's start with a ray of frost for these things to see if they can how they respond on that. So she will do a ray of frost on the one she's close to. So there's one behind her or next to her.
There's one exactly behind the mast, or all diagonal from her, and 5 feet in between. But there's one here on the other side of the mast, and there's one here, basically next to Irvin.
Let's see, a ray of frost. Range spell attack. Yeah, she will hit the one that's close to the mast.
Right.
So
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Ranged spell attack. That's 23 to hit,
Ooh, 23 hits.
and that's 2d8 damage, right? Yeah, 2d8 full damage. Wow, that's 5 cold damage.
Alright.
And if it is possible, its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of its next turn.
That's possible. Alright, so it seems to be moving a little slower as the one hand kind of grasps the side of the ship. Zira quickly fires one of the rays, just freezing part of the hand. And an outer layer of skin just cracks and falls off.
If she would move closer to Irvin, she would be in range of the other, right?
She would step into range, yeah.
Yeah, and then she would step out of range. Okay, then
No, she
would
wouldn't
stay
step out of anybody's range. She would just step into it.
No, I mean if she would walk around closer to Irvin, she would step in someone's range and then out of it, right?
Yeah. Here,
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
okay, then she stays where she is.
I'm gonna move things a little bit more in the center of everything so I kind of know better. There we go.
Yes, okay.
Alright. After Zira, it will be Utzel's turn, so I think we're going to have to be waiting. I have to wait for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chloe's gone. But start thinking of what you want to do. And I will do the same. I mean, don't worry about it.
Is it correct that there's 4 of them?
There was 5 of them. Here, I can remove the mask to make it a little bit more easily
I
visible.
assume one is maybe a little behind. Oh,
One-
I think I see him.
One is over here.
Yeah, there he is.
Another one over there.
He's a little hidden.
There we go. Boat. By the way, Irvin does not have a Irvin does not have a turn. He is there, but is simply considered a commoner.
Okay.
Um,
Does he even have a weapon on him?
he does not.
No, I
That was
I thought.
It was
okay.
very specific. It was very specifically not somebody who would fight along, but he will still be on the
I
ship.
mean-
It's not like he's gone.
If that is the case, then I would know. Yes, perfect. I have the perfect spell for this.
Alright, as long as you think you know that. Considering that she might be gone for a while.
Just a question.
Yes.
We were in the middle of a long rest. How does it work then with spell slots?
Well,
And
because
stuff?
you didn't spend, and you shouldn't. I don't think anybody spent anything on the day before.
Probably not.
You can all consider yourselves
Oh.
to be at full rest.
Okay.
I would say realistically,
We didn't, right?
I don't think anybody. You didn't spend so much that I think it would be
No.
considered. You know.
The day before was that we talked to the guys who we gave the sacrifice to, so we didn't have anything.
Yeah, that's the only like
Any
larger
combat or
event that
something.
happened.
Yeah. Okay. Just wondering.
Let me grab Utzil's sheet real quick. That's 6. And then I will commit what Utzil does. Because a few things are probably very logical. First of all, Utzil will decide to rage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as he does. Then
Throwing hammer, I think.
it doesn't
Something like that.
she no longer has the returning hand axe. Not after getting the gloves, because the new gloves won't allow her to do anything. But the gloves can fire on themselves. But I won't use any of those charges. So what we'll do instead is that Utzel will move towards the edge where the one was trying to climb on. Which Zero shot at before. And we'll have her attack twice. There we go. Yeah. She said in the rules room, I'll just attack whichever's closest if Discord is still fucky wucky. So there we go. So let's see. To try and attack that fish guy.
That's the way to communicate.
Is a 27 to hit, which will definitely hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Utzel will deal 1d6 plus 5, but there's a rage bonus to that, so that's plus 7. For a total of 10 points of bludgeoning damage on the first hit. That's a lot. So it tries to climb up, just gets hit with the ray of frost in the hand first. Then it raises its head above the edge and it just gets hit in the face by one of these massive gloves. Then with the extra attack will be a 15 to hit, which still hits for another 13 points of damage. Alright, that one's no longer looking well. But after Utzil, it is their turns. So, being at a bit of an angle, it will stay there. The one that Utzil attacked is going to be fighting back. Let's see. I was looking at Utzil's sheet there. That doesn't make any sense. That one will make a bite attack and 2 unarmed strikes. Let's see. First of all, the bite attack for a natural 1, which misses. Then we'll attempt to make 2 unarmed strikes for a 12 to hit, which misses, and a 10 to hit, which also misses. The other one here will climb atop the ship there. Pretty sure they're within, because it's 5, 10. So it must be standing on that one specifically. There you go. That one will try to do the same. So first off, a bite attack for 17 to hit, which does hit. Then an unarmed strike for 20 to hit, which also hits. And another unarmed strike for 24 to hit, which also hits. With all 3 attacks hitting, Utzil suffers total of a total of 29 points of bludgeoning, piercing, and lightning damage.
Jesus Christ.
As this thing begins to just go in. Those are all 3 of its attacks, though.
Okay.
Which means, considering that it's Utzel will suffer 14 points of damage. Let's see. There you go. Alright. That is its turn. After them, George, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Alright.
Oh, wait, I forgot one. Sorry, I forgot one. This one will also climb atop the ship.
Ah, nice.
And considering that George is not looking particularly like more dangerous than Bree right now because not wearing any armor, he will just go in on Bree.
Yes, of course.
For a bite attack to hit of a 23.
Yeah, that will hit.
A first unarmed strike of a 15.
That will miss.
And a second unarmed strike of a 13.
That will also miss.
Alright, in that case, you only suffer 5 points of piercing damage as the massive fish-like maw just snaps in and bites you. Now it's George's turn.
So, my spell will be used for Sanctuary on Irvin.
Alright. That's a range spell, 30 feet, right?
I believe so. It is 30 feet range. It lasts for a minute. It's not concentration.
Is it stealth? Oh no, it's 30 feet range. Never mind. You're right.
It's 30 feet range. That'd be weird if it was self. But as long as he doesn't attack, this stays on him for a minute.
Alright.
And keeps him protected. Which George will certainly scream at him as he's casting it, and he's a little more safe. Then, because we don't have a lot of space here and things are a little weird, I can't cast a spell, but what I can do is try to attack the guy with a hammer.
Alright, go for it. You can still cast a cantrip if you want to.
I could. The hammer is magical anyway.
That's fair.
Did you do my turn or did you skip it?
We did your turn. You punched one.
Yeah.
You punched it twice.
Did you rage?
Yep, you rage as well. But you also suffered 14 points of damage.
That's fine. It's good to note.
Just so you know. Alright, but George.
It's a 24 to hit.
24 hits, easily.
Great. And I think I should have stated before because I'm not really wearing any armor. I'll just say that I'm not wearing a shield as well.
Alright,
So
that's fine.
I want to do a two-handed if
Go
that's
for it.
possible.
It's a D12 if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yeah, that's what you told me. Well, it's 7 points of bludgeoning damage, nonetheless.
7 points is
D12
still
always
seven.
rolls low.
It does, but imagine if it doesn't.
But it did.
It does.
Imagine if it crits on
So,
a 12.
As
that
it
would be
as
amazing.
it bites Bree, you grab the hammer, realizing you don't have any of your other stuff around. You grab it in two hands. You just bring it around and whack it right upside the head. That hurts. After George, though, it's
Alright.
the turn of the other two. The other ones, now climbing out of the water and onto the boat, seem to be wielding these rather large, uncomfortable-looking man-catchers. These large omega-shaped weapons with spikes on the inside of it. So the first one that climbed on there will attempt... It will attack Utzel.
I'm sure
see.
George wouldn't mind the man catchers.
It will... First it will try to bite you, Utzel, for a 22 to
Alright.
hit,
That is.
where you suffer 6 points of piercing damage,
After 3.
after 3. And then the large pincer staff will come towards you. It actually has reach with that, which makes sense because it's wide, but it's...
With a large pincer staff, yeah.
Yeah.
It would have
Well, but it had bit you as well, so it has to stand next to you, but the ship's not exactly 3 inches wide, so... He's on that side. Alright. The pincer staff, though, will try to hit you for 16.
That hits.
Alright, in that case, you do suffer 7 points of piercing damage, halved to 3. But you are also grappled. As the large
No,
pincer
I
staff just
can't move.
slaps itself around your neck.
Around my neck?
Yeah.
Oh my. That's
Oh my
wrong.
god. No.
The other one, though, being only really within reach of Irvin, will attempt to attack him, but has to make a wisdom saving throw first, right?
Yes, that is
So-
correct.
We'll try to bite him, but that's an 18 on the wisdom saving throw.
Yes, that will go through.
Alright. And then he has to roll for attack, which is only an 11, which on a commoner I'm pretty sure still hits.
Oh my god, it's commoner. Oh no.
Oh god. Will he go down?
Yes, armor class of 10, 4 hit points.
Oh no.
He does suffer 3 points of damage, so he's still standing. As this large mouth just snaps it on his
Oh my
ankles.
god.
Then the man catcher will also try and go for him.
No, not the man catcher.
No.
For a wisdom saving throw of 17.
Oh god.
Stop rolling so high.
Why are you trying to
success.
catch him?
Because it was the
Catch us.
closest.
Yeah.
He can move.
You
Yeah, he
could've.
can move.
No, he's holding the ship in place.
I'm not wearing any armor. Look at me, I'm a target.
Yeah, George is a target.
That's
Take
a
him.
12 to hit, which on a commoner still hits.
That still hit.
No.
Which does mean
Why are
he
you
will
doing
suffer.
this, Lucas? You can't just marry. You can just murder any commoner you see.
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
You gotta murder the commoner because the
He
commoner
will suffer
only has-
6 points of damage.
Yeah, that's an instant death.
Instant
means
death? No.
The man catcher goes around the neck, and it will then begin to move. Irvin and
Choke him
the
to death.
fish disappear into the
No!
water
No.
as you see Irvin just fall off the boat.
No, not Irvin.
That's
their
his
turn.
problem.
Well, that sucks.
Bree.
Yeah. Well, this is happening while during my turn, right? Or can I do anything to prevent this? Or
If you have a reaction,
no.
then no.
No. Ah, that's stupid. Okay. Let's take out the other guys. I want to move a little bit around the one that's facing me. So I can kind of flank with
died.
George. I don't know if that's possible.
You can't
in
flank,
this.
no.
No. No.
Unless you want to jump into the water, but...
No.
Eh?
Still, I want to cast Barrel's Pride and try to stab him with my rapier.
Eh? Go for it. Casting Barrel's Pride.
So I'm holding up my concentration. Let's see if I can hit this motherfucker. No, probably not. It's a 10. On a commoner it would hit.
Yeah, on the commoner that would have hit, but on this one it barely does not. It seems to be a little slippery, so as you try to stab towards this one, it quickly just dodges it out of the way as it flies by. No effect.
Stupid. Well, that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
After Bree, top of the round, Zira.
Yes. One moment. Let's see. Zira will attack the one she has attacked before.
Mm-hmm.
And she will use a spell for that. I don't know that spell, so I have it right here. It's better in a line, but they're all pretty they're all separated from each other. So she will use Tasha's Caustic Brew and no, that's not. Sorry, not used to running a kobold.
But the Utzel, you're on deck, so start thinking of what you want to do.
Yeah. Another Ray of Frost then.
Which one?
On the one she tried to hit before.
Right, it's this one.
Yes.
Go for it.
It was a +7 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
That's great. So let's see, that's still 2d8 damage. 2d8 cold damage, that's 12 cold damage for that fella.
That is indeed very cold. Yeah,
tries
as I
to
said,
squeeze
that one's already not looking that well anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But still there though.
Okay. And she want to do anything else? No. Still on the ship, so can't go anywhere
Mm-hmm.
unless she can climb.
She does not have climbing speed, but she can still climb. She can still jump in the water if you want. Like, you can move around. You're not stuck to the ship. You're just slower everywhere else.
Yeah, that's true. So it's not good for us to do that. So she's just stays where she is.
Huh? After... Let's see. After Zira, it's Utzil, your turn. You're currently being grabbed by the man-catcher.
Yeah, I'd like to... I can't really move from this, so I'll just try to hit the person with the bank catcher.
Yeah?
Alright, I'll take... First off, attack him. Just that. I'm ranging. +8. First attack is 25 to hit.
25 hits. Which one are you attacking exactly?
The one that has me caught with the catcher.
Alright.
I'm not sure which that is on the boat, but for 10 points of damage.
Okay, that's the first time it's been hit, but that hurts. So first punch with the hand.
The second attack I'll also make with the new knuckles I had.
Go for it.
For 19 to hit.
19 also hits.
8 points of damage.
Alright, for 8 points of damage.
And
So
is there one behind me?
there's one behind you and there's one diagonally to you in the water.
Ah, okay. I'll just kick behind with my last bonus action attack.
Hey, go for it.
The monk a bit.
You can make
This
the
is
unarmed strike.
strength, right?
You can use either strength or dex, so it's up to you.
Right. Yeah, no, I'll just. This is
17 to hit, hits.
for 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, very well. Oh, that's a lot more than I wrote down. There we go. So you punch twice before you make your little roundhouse kick backwards. You do manage to hit them, although the thing around your neck is rather uncomfortable.
Yeah.
After Utzel, though, it is the turn of these ones. This one will move onto the ship over there. And it will attack George with 3 of its attacks. First, with a bite for a natural 20 to hit, where you suffer 8 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
Then with its first unarmed strike for 14 to hit, and its second for another natural 20.
Yep. Those all hit.
Right. The first one, which is not a natural 20, you simply suffer 3 points of bludgeoning damage, as well as 1 point of lightning damage.
Yes.
The other one, though, because the dice get doubled, you suffer a total of 22 points of damage. Lightning and bludgeoning combined.
Alright.
Yeah. And the other one, who's standing on the opposite side, will turn its attention towards the halfling that tried to stab it. Will try to bite you, Bree, for a 15 to hit on its first attack.
That fails.
Another 15.
Also
and a 1.
fails. Hey!
And then finally, the one that's currently flanking with the one that just attacked George, the one that's behind Utzel, will try to attack you, Utzel, for a 24 to hit on the first attack.
Nah, 24 doesn't hit.
A 22 on the second, and a 10 on the third.
Oh, the 10 misses.
You suffer 5 points of piercing damage, half to 2, as well as... you don't gets halved with you. So, as well as a combination of lightning and bludgeoning damage, for a total of 9 points of damage, halved to 4.
Alright.
After that, though, George, it's your turn once again. What do you want to do?
Yes.
You
What
just
do
got
I want to do?
hit from behind. You saw Irvin fall into the water and one of the fish people disappear.
Don't have the greatest spells for this. So I'll cast Spirit Guardians because this doesn't look too good.
Hey, the hammers begin to fly as Spirit Guardians is cast. Alright, that only works at the start of their turns, right? Or begins to work then.
Yeah.
Alright, very well.
Yep.
Anything else?
I'm afraid not.
Hey, very well. After George, it is the turn of the one who currently has Utzel in its man-catcher. Utzel, because you were grappled, it grabs this...
Well, wisdom save. I mean,
Oh, right.
It's within 15 feet,
So
right?
it isn't... yeah, it is. It's within 10 feet even. It's wisdom saving throw. There we go. It's a 12. So it does suffer the damage.
It takes 15 points of radiant damage.
That is a
Ooh.
lot. It probably
well,
doesn't want to stick around
Give
for
me
too
a
long.
quick second. My computer is back up, so I'll just try to.
Go for it.
Yay.
15. Woof. That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
There you are.
Hey.
Yay,
Hey.
that's better.
Utzel.
Yeah.
Because you are grappled, it will use its action. It from its a small leather shoulder bag. It grabs a potion, which seems to be a near clear liquid, in which you see bubbles perpetually like floating around in it. It will. Let's see. How am I gonna rule this? Has you grappled? I will say, you'll make I'll say make opposing strength checks, but because it already has you grappled, you'll have to do it with disadvantage.
I mean, grappled is just that I can't move,
Yeah,
and I
that's
have
true.
advantage on strength checks anyways.
So there you go. Let's see. Hashtag. Alright. Go ahead and roll
Check
your
or saving throw?
this is opposing strength checks. Or athletics checks.
Because there's a difference,
I know.
like a 3-point difference.
Alright, it rolled a 5. So you with a 17, you easily swat it out of the way. The potion just gets hit out of its hand. It shatters on the ground. The liquid just kind of disperses. It
Woohoo.
annoyed though. It's at half movement in the thing, right?
Yes, it is.
Right. So that means it has not a whole lot of movement.
What
Yeah.
a creature, right?
So that will have to that, and then we'll have it down again, which means it will move 5 feet, pushing Utzel into the water, and itself managing to reach on the side of the boat, but you know its movement is too slow
I
for
mean,
that stuff.
if it's pushing me, shouldn't I do a strength check for that?
No, because you're grappled. It can move you when you're grappled. You guys can also move enemies and each other when you grapple one another.
Never knew that was a thing. It just said that speed was 0, but okay.
Alright. After that, though... Bree, it's your turn. And
Yes.
Zero's on deck. So, 2 turns in a row.
Yep. First, Bree still has Barrel's Pride holding up, so she will try again to stab him, because
Go
right
for
now
it.
she's hopefully has a better grip on deck of the ship. That's a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Woohoo! I like this. Okay, let's see. 2d4. No. 2d8 plus 4. It's 12 magical piercing damage.
12 points of magical. That's a lot. Alright.
And for my bonus action, is that great idea? Yes. Bree sees several creatures in front of the boat, and she chooses the middle one and uses her feature unsettling words on him.
Which ones?
The middle one. So yeah, that
Okay.
fella. Yeah.
Alright, so go ahead and roll for that.
It's a d8, so he has to subtract the 2 from the next saving throw he makes.
Very well. Let's see. After that, it's Zero's turn.
Yes. Can Zira, from where she stands, are all the other enemies she's facing, are they in one line?
Those are all in one line, yes.
Okay, then she will use her action to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Alright.
And they all have to make a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration.
That's concentration for 0, right?
Yes,
Alright.
up to 1 minute.
So, dexterity saving throws?
Yes.
It's simple then. First, for the first one she encounters.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3.
Okay, that's a fail.
The next one is a 13.
That's also a fail, yes.
And the last one is an 18.
That's a success.
Alright, so only 2 out of the 3 gets covered in acid, but still, both of them are covered in acid.
Yeah,
Including
and
the
they
one
take...
who's just shoved Utzel off of the boat. It
Mhm.
seems to be taking him somewhere, but it's incredibly slowed down by everything. Alright.
And so they take 2d4 acid damage at start of each of its turns.
Alright, can it use an action to get rid of the acid?
Yes, you can use its action to scrape or wash off the acid off itself or another creature.
Alright, very well. After Zira, Utzil, it's your turn. You're barely
Yes.
pushed off of the boat. You're still in the man catcher. Seems to be driving you into the water, but it's moving slow. What do you want to do?
I want to try try to get out of the grapple.
Right. Go ahead and make a let's see. Make an athletics check.
That's a 22.
22. Yeah, with that you easily just once again push the man catcher off of you. You are currently swimming in the water, but you're no longer
Is the
grappled.
boat moving forward?
Barely.
Okay, that's good, because otherwise it was floating away.
It is
from
it
me.
is moving to a negligible degree.
Okay. Let me just see where everyone is. I'm next to 3 of them, right? If I see that correctly.
Yes, 3 of them are on the edge of the boat.
How far can I move? Because since I'm in water,
You're at
that's
half
half
speed.
movement, right?
Yeah.
I'm at 35 movement.
So we'll round upward because we have so many people that have 25 feet of movement. We'll round upward. So that means half your movement from 35 would be 20. And if you're
That's
25
better
feet
for
of
me.
movement and you're half, we'll go with 15 rather than
Alright.
10.
Can I swim? That's 1, 2, 3. Can I swim towards? I don't know who that person is.
You got Zira, George, and Bree.
I think. Can I move next to Zera in the water and try to get up there?
Sure. You will move out of all of their melee ranges.
Except for 1, right?
No, you're within all of their ranges. You're just one square lower.
Yeah, but I'm not moving out of one.
Oh, you want to stay? Okay, you want to stay over here.
Yeah.
You don't. I thought you wanted to go on the other side of Zero. No, okay, then that's.
No. I wanted to go
Right.
that side and then move.
In that
on
case,
top of-
first that one over there. We'll try to make an unarmed strike in your general direction. For an 18 to hit,
Yeah, that will hit.
where you suffer 7 points of lightning and bludgeoning damage, halved for you to 2 or 3, whole 3 points. The other one though, so you managed to get out of their movement, and the moment you're about to go out of that one's movement, we'll attempt to make a pincer staff attack against you, which could possibly grapple you again. Which is going to be simply a 21 to hit.
Alright.
Alright. So you suffer 8 points of piercing damage, halved to 4. And you are, as part of the attack, grappled. With the pincer staff.
Alright. Then I will make my bonus action against the one that's grappled me again.
Alright, go for it. Don't you have to have used... This is your monk or your offhand? Because for both, I'm pretty sure you've had to attack as your action.
Not sure. Otherwise, I'm not doing anything.
Because I'm pretty sure the monk one says specifically they have to either make an unarmed strike or an attack with your monk weapon. And for
I'm
offhand,
not-
you have to make an
I don't-
attack for.
I'm
Right.
not sure.
Well, you want to look it up?
I can, but
Right,
otherwise
let's
it
look
doesn't
it up.
matter.
Yeah, all of them are basically within George's range at this point.
Yeah.
Right. In that case, it will be turn of the other fish guys. This one is in George's area, so.
Utzil's, I mean.
No,
Well, all of them are.
this one is in George's area. George's
Oh, George's range for.
the hammers.
Oh, Guardian. It's Bird Guardians, yeah.
Exactly. It will
Sorry.
make a wisdom saving throw, which is a 19,
That's a success.
which
Why
means
are
it
you
will suffer
rolling
half
that?
damage. I don't know.
Stupid rolls room.
But there's 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 of them.
I hope the other ones will fail.
It still suffers half damage, right?
That one will suffer half damage, yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll for
You
that.
want me to roll separately? 'Cause that's 5.
Oh yeah, we'll roll
I
all
thought
of
you would-
them. It's up to you. Do you want to use the same? Yeah, this would be a ruling forever.
We'll
wanna-
do it separately now, because we...
Aye, because I like rolling
Sure, we'll
separately.
do it separately.
Aye.
Sure, the average will be higher, but it will take
Exactly.
a lot more time.
Ah,
I
that doesn't
guess.
matter. Aye, that one will suffer that much damage. Let's just get this Spirit Guardian stuff over with. This one rolls a 17, and this one rolls
That's
a
good, he
9.
did. Alright, so then the one that rolled 9 takes 13 points of radiant damage. The one that rolled 17 takes 8, which is already halved.
8, which is
It's a goody
already-
roll.
Well, it's not. That one's the one that was already looking very bad, so this is not helping.
Well, if
8
he
points.
survives it, would
He does survive it. The other one suffers.
then it
See,
helps.
that's that one just took damage. It's that one. That was 13 points of damage. Okay, and that one is no longer looking well. They're all looking pretty bad, except for the one that's
Good.
running in. This one is running in, so that's 10, 20. Or let's see. Let me get this right. 10, and then oh fuck. Yeah, it will use all of its movement with 15, I think. 5, 10. Yeah, then it can move over there. And it will try to punch you, George.
Figured.
For a... first try to bite you, actually, for 14 to hit.
That is.
Where you... Where you suffer 3, 4, 5 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty.
Then...
At that point, it would drop.
Alright, the Spirit Guardians... fades. It will then attempt to punch you. For 20 to hit. And the second punch is a natural 1.
Yup. That just misses.
Where you suffer 9 points of damage total of lightning and bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
It smashes into you. The other one was trying to get Bree. Will continue to do so. Now that the hammers are no longer annoying it. For a 16 then on its first attack. For a bite.
That fails.
Its second is a 23 though.
Yeah, that hits.
And its third is an 11.
Yeah, that fails.
Alright, in that case you suffer 11 points of bludgeoning / lightning damage.
And I have to make a Constitution saving
And you have to
throw.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. Please, please. That's a 16.
16. You stays up.
Woohoo. Yes.
This one will step 5 feet forward there and will try to attack Zira, the one that just shot acid at it,
Mm-hmm.
for a bite attack of natural 20
Yeah, that will hit.
for a total of 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Then a first punch for 22 to hit and a second punch for 14 to hit.
Both hit.
Alright,
She has an AC of 13.
that's not good. She
No.
suffers a total damage of 17 lightning and bludgeoning from both attacks.
That's a lot.
Yes, but that's everything, luckily. as that one just also begins to punch in. I do need to make 2 Constitution saving throws, both with a DC of 10.
Yes. First one is a 14.
14 succeeds.
And the other one is a 19.
But also
That
succeeds.
stays up.
The acid stays up. When does
kobolds.
it suffer the acid damage? The beginning of its turn, end of its turn?
At the start of its turn.
At the start of
So
its
they
turn.
roll-
Okay. So
Yep.
go ahead and roll for that, because this one would have already suffered it. It probably won't kill him, but
Yeah, 2d4 at start of each of its turns. Yes. Okay.
yeah, okay, that won't kill it.
2d4. 2.
Okay, yeah, no, that
Lowest possible.
that doesn't really kill him, no. But he is looking really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
After their turns, George, it's your turn once again. What do you want to do?
So, for bonus action,
Huh?
a spiritual weapon floats next to. As you say, just sort of in the middle area of those 3 guys where the Utzel started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But before it makes an attack, I would use my action for a Word of Radiance,
Right, Word of Radiance.
which is a con save for.
Does it say every creature or every creature of your choice?
I can choose. I can
Alright.
choose. And I choose, obviously, my 2 teammates.
What kind of saving
Which-
throw is that?
It's a con save, I believe.
Okay. Constitution saving throw that's you'll be hitting 3 of them.
Yes.
Constitution
Please
saving
don't
throws.
roll too well. Okay.
This one is an 18.
Let me have this.
This one is a 6, and this one
All right. Is
is a
it?
20.
Oh, come on. Well, that guy suffers 8 points of radiant damage.
There you go. That one was the one that looked the best at that point. Not anymore. The other one suffered 4, right?
No,
Oh, they don't.
they
'cause-
suffer nothing.
Oof. Okay.
Oh.
Right, because it's a cantrip.
You just don't roll it well. I don't have to.
Sorry.
To cheese spirit dart every second.
Yeah.
Just let me do
Just
this
do
for
cantrips and
once.
stuff.
We all know that we can't have influence over the rolls room, even if we wanted to. Okay.
Yep.
No, we all know you do. We all know
I know,
you do.
I know,
You're
it's-
the
Yeah, you
DM.
do.
I mean, I was the one that told us
Yeah.
that
But-
we're gonna use this one, guys, because
Yep.
Yes, you were. And when I told you to use it, I just figured out as DM you can actually, Anyway, the spirit weapon will definitely not miss with a 16 on the guy that looked very bad, you said.
16
I'm
hits.
not sure which one that is. Actually, the
the
one that
one
was
that's-
attacking me.
That's that one.
Which
That
one
one's
was
the one that
attacking
looked the
me?
best, but failed its saving throw.
Right.
But a 16 would hit.
Great. Which will be, goddammit, 5 points of force damage.
5 points of force damage.
It's so unfair. You roll extremely high on
And
all
that's it.
your attack rolls and saving throws, and we roll extremely low on our damage rolls.
Sorry.
It's not fair.
Well, after George, though, it's the turn of the individual who's currently covered in acid, but also
Yep.
grappling Utzil. Which,
Full
2d4.
damage first.
first of all, yeah, roll the acid damage.
That's 8! Ah! 8 acid damage.
8 points of acid damage. That's a lot. That's not good
Yeah.
for it. Alright.
I first had
And
the
also
lowest
the-
possibility, right now the highest.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Okay. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Alright. After that, though, does it say anything about if it douses itself into a liquid that it like washes off or anything, or only the action? 'Cause sometimes it states.
They need an action to do it.
Okay. Because it will
That's-
jump
that's
into the
the
water
point.
here.
Yeah. I don't know about acid and water. I think it would
Which will leave it with 25 feet of movement.
go away, right?
it can move another 10. Well, if the spell doesn't say that it would wrench off during, if it douses itself in another liquid, then no, it stays on there. It's magical acid. It does begin to swim, though, at half speed. It begins to drag Utzil under the water.
Why?
Because it's taken him with it. And they're currently... I'm moving them up, but they're currently 10 feet under the water. I guess I could also move the boat up, but that seems like a lot of... I mean, I can actually try that.
Well, this works. This will also work, but yeah.
No, hold up. I want to try
I
this.
just feel like if you're gonna try this, everything's gonna drop off
Yeah,
the boat.
okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it like this.
I'll
it's
try it
fine.
another time.
We'll do it after combat. See if it's possible or not.
Aye, but, Nelby, that's a movement. You know what? It'll use an action to get rid of the acid. That's uncomfortable. Because that hurt it a lot. Alright. After that... It is the turn of Bree. Bree, what do you want to do?
Yep. I want to step the one in front of me again.
Go for it. You see Utzel on the other side of the water. You heard him scream out once more before just completely disappearing.
It's a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Probably something like, oh no, you don't. And then...
Oh no, you hoop.
And it's 17 points of magical piercing damage.
Yeah, how much?
17.
Okay.
And I'd like to, when I see Utzel being dragged down, I'd like to give him some of my inspiration to make sure he gets out of there.
Inspiration stated before that a creature has to be able. You have to see and hear them. Or see them at least.
I saw him. I know where he was.
I've allowed to hear that you could use it when you hear them, because he's 10 feet under the water at this point. And you can't see them. On your turn, I will not allow you to inspire them because you simply cannot see Utzel, or they cannot hear you either. So there's no way for you to really inspire them at this point.
No. Well, then I will inspire George, I guess.
Okay, I guess. George, you're inspired, I guess.
Yeah, George's also not looking too well.
Top of the round, it's Zira's turn.
You're not looking too well. Why didn't you mention that before?
Bree, it's Zira's turn.
Yeah, it's Sarah's turn. So she's here, and there's one right next to her, right?
There is.
She wants to stab him with her dagger.
Okay. Okay, sure.
I mean, she has a dagger, right?
She does. She
Yeah,
also, for the record, as a kobold, gets advantage on any attack if an ally is within 5 feet of it. Which at this point is happening. So she can get advantage on any roll, or make disadvantage into just a straight roll.
So she will try to hit him. I'm constantly just swiping
What are
between
you saying
my
is she can use a good weapon as well.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
she could cast a spell and still just have a straight roll.
Yeah.
Which might be preferable to using a dagger, considering that her dagger attacks are +5 and a max of 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. We want to
Okay.
stab her or with advantage, or try to hit them with a ray of frost or something.
Ray of Frost was pretty reliable until now, so let's do that again.
Very well. Go for it. So it's a straight roll.
Yeah. 12 to hit.
12 to hit. 12
Does
on
not
that
hit,
one
actually.
specifically does not hit, actually.
Yeah.
Just
I
one
thought that.
off. But that one does not hit. Anything else?
Yeah. Would she do something? No, she wouldn't. Well, no, she wouldn't.
Right. In that case, Utzil, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
How good was this guy? This one looking that pulled me down?
Not great, but you'd also considering how much you can see how much damage you can deal on on average. There's a good chance you might not be able to take it out in one go. Like it's hardier than that, but it's looking way worse than when it came onto the ship.
I mean, because if I break free and I go out of its range and they catch me again, it doesn't do shit. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Can I just take the spear from them since it's still connected to the spear?
That would be like a disarming thing, and that's
You're not a battle master.
I'm connected to the thing, right? How else am I breaking out? I'm just pulling myself away from him and pulling him his
Yes.
grip out.
But because disarming is part of another class's specific abilities, I don't want to take that away if anybody ever decides to play those.
Yeah, but how else do I get out of grapple?
Out of the man catcher, it would be widening the thing around your neck, making sure that none of the spikes tear into your neck, and then pushing it away from you.
Okay.
Just disarming would be a bitch if we're gonna have to rule that for because if you guys can do it, enemies can do it as well, which we're gonna get into a whole.
No,
heap
but
of
the problem is if I can't kill it, then I get taken down further. But you're saying that I can't kill it, so I'm
saying you realize how bad it's looking because you were wondering that, and I told you that there's a good chance you might not be able to take it out in a single round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? I'll just try to get out of the grapple.
Go for it.
Do we get advantage on this?
You're still raging, so yeah, because you've been taking damage. I'm pretty sure, or been attacking.
That's a 21.
21. Yeah, you easily are no longer grappled, and you are free to roam.
And then I want to try to get back up on the ship.
All right. So you begin to swim, which means you'll at least move. You'll at least move 5 feet. As before, it will attempt to attack you. Yep. +4 to hit. Is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So you suffer 6 points of piercing damage, half to 3. But you are once again grappled, this time at an angle.
Right. I'll be back.
Alright. After Utzil, it is the turn of all the other ones. This one will first suffer 2d4 worth of damage, right? So go ahead and roll for that.
Oh, it's still up? They haven't wiped it off yet.
This one hasn't wiped it off yet. The other one had. This one hasn't.
Okay. That's 5 points of acid damage.
5 points of acid damage. Very well. That is that one. Which is not good. It is going to try... Still covered in acid. Probably wouldn't be able to handle that much more. It will use its action to get rid of the acid. Otherwise it might die. Which means the spell, she can keep concentrating on something, but it has no effect. So, spell's technically gone.
So
let's see. The one next to you, Bree, is going to use its action to try and grapple you. So, go ahead and roll a acrobatics or athletics check. Up to you. It will use athletics for a total of... Oh, no, that's not a roll.
Acrobatics.
That's not a roll. For 10. You have to beat a 10.
A 12!
So it tries to grab you, but you quickly maneuver a little halfling manage to stay out of its grasp. Same will go for the one that's behind you, George. It will try to grapple you.
Leave us alone.
For 19.
Don't drag us down.
I have to roll an athletics check.
Athletics or
What is
acrobatics.
this?
It's up to you.
That's an 8.
All right, George, you are grappled. That's its action. It will then spend half of its movement, as far as it can. That's 5, 10, and it will take George off the edge of the boat.
Stop doing this! I
You're
mean...
5 feet under.
Oh my god.
Alright. After that, though, George, it's your turn.
Right. Well, the hammer will go towards the guy that's grappling me.
Alright, so the hammer... As Zira and Bree both see George go over the edge, you see the hammers go after it and just slam into the surface of the water. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Which is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
That's heavy.
Which is 7 points of force damage.
Oof. Alright, that hurts.
And,
Alright. Yeah?
Who can I see at this point?
Who you can see. You can see your attacker.
Yeah.
You have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see... you're about, like, next to the boat, but looking down deeper into the water, you see two shapes in the exact spot you saw Utzel go under, just a little deeper. Or actually, Utzel's about the same as you. You can see a little lower than you is his attacker. So you can see both of them on the opposite side. You're looking under the ship. And you see quite deep into the water at this point, another individual being dragged down deeper and deeper. I would say...
How far away
it's been...
is Utzel from me at the moment? It's
10,
10, 15 feet?
20 feet. There's 15 in between you
20
guys.
feet.
Yes, the ship is 15 feet wide.
Yes. I could do it, but everyone is still alive. I'm just going to cast Spirit Guardians again.
Alright, Spirit Guardians.
As the... holding his, signet.
The hammers...
The hammer starts floating around.
Okay, very well. After George, it is the turn of the one that's next to Utzel. It will continue to swim. Now having grappled, you're 5 feet behind. So that means 30 feet. It's halved. It has a swimming speed, so it stays 15 feet.
Isn't it in the range of George?
No, because the ship is 15 feet wide.
Hmm.
And the range is 15 feet, so no, it's just outside. It will swim, let's see, another 15 feet.
So it is a situation like Utzel.
It is that deep.
About half.
A
little less.
Don't worry.
And it can actually dash. It will go a full 30 feet.
Of course it does.
Which means at this point, Utzel is 30 feet under the water surface, and this one is 35 feet. Alright. After that, though, because that's the only one of those remaining, Bree, it's your turn. What do you want to do? The one just tried to grab you. It did manage to grab... Another one managed to grab George and sweep him off the sides. It's just you and Zira on the boat now. And hammers everywhere.
Yep. So I think it's time to
go
get
back
these
and
down
forth
so
in the
we
water.
can help the guys on the water. So I'm gonna attack the one in front of me again
Go for it.
to make sure he's dying. For God's sake. Please. It's a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Okay, let's go. 12 points of piercing damage.
Alright, you jam the blade through him completely. As you pull it out, a bit of purplish black blood scatters across the boat's surface. And clutching that, it manages to stay upright. Though its intention of trying to grab you seems to be kind of gone. It seems to
hope so.
have some more pressing concerns after that.
Yep.
Anything else, Bree?
Okay. Can I see the one George is close to? Or is he they're not. Are they underwater yet?
I'll say, do you have dark vision? If you have dark vision, yes.
No.
Otherwise, no. Then no.
Okay,
It would be
that's
too
hard.
difficult at night. There is light up. Actually, there's light up. You guys had the gondolas would turn on. So yes, I'll say you can see them.
Okay. I will do an unsettling words on
Hey, go
on
ahead.
the
and roll.
one that George is close to, so I can do something for these guys. It's a 5. You have to subtract from a saving throw.
Very well. Top of the round, Zira and Utzel, you're on deck.
Zira sees it's not going well, so she's grabbing her circlet of blasting and using it to cast Scorching Ray with it.
It's a glove of blasting, but it's basically the same thing. But go for it. Which one is she
Circlet of
attacking?
Blasting.
Yeah, that's what the item is. I just reskinned it.
Yep. She wants to attack the one in front of her. It's not looking well.
This one is not looking well at all. But because there's no allies anymore, she won't have advantage, and she actually has disadvantage because it's within range.
Yeah.
Alright, so she can do it with disadvantage, yeah.
Okay.
And she has multiple shots with that as well.
Yeah,
So
she has 3 shots with it. So she will do 1 on that guy and the other 2 in front of me.
Alright, very well. The ones on
Bree.
in front of Bree are just straight rolls.
Yes.
This
Okay.
is disadvantage because it's, someone is close to her, but
Yeah.
advantage because you're next to her. Unless she kills the first one.
Okay. Because it has 1 hit point, or?
We'll see.
Okay, it's a ranged attack she has to make, and it's a 14 to hit for the first one.
That hits.
It's 2d6 fire damage, and that's 11 points of fire damage.
That is just enough. It had 10 hit points left. So with that, she reaches out the glove right in front of her. A blast just gets fired. It just strikes it right in the face.
Woohoo!
And that one falls dead to the ground.
Okay, the other one she...
So now she has advantage on the 2 attacks against you. Or against the one in front of you.
Okay, she's advantaged. So let's see. First one is a 22.
That
Let's
hits.
see if she can make... So from those is a 22 is the highest.
That hits.
And the other is a 13.
Which would also hit.
Okay. So 46 then.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 10 points of fire damage.
Alright. With that, first one right in the face, and the hand turns two other blasts towards this other one, striking it twice as well. And that one also falls to the ground, kind of slips off the side and falls into the water.
Yeah,
That one's dead.
liked it.
Alright.
So that's it for Zira.
After that, Utzil, it's your turn. Yeah?
All right, I'll try to make 3 reckless attacks against the one that's
Alright.
pulling me down.
Go ahead and roll for that. Does Zero want to move? Sorry, Brie, I don't know if I...
She will get close to George because she's worried about him going down.
5, 10 feet.
George, don't go down.
Yeah, he's 5 feet under the water surface, but she can see him.
Okay.
Hi, Utzil. Go ahead and roll those reckless attacks.
First one is a 27 to hit
Hits.
for 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to be
The stickler, because
being a little
underwater they are with disadvantage, because you don't have swimming speed, nor they are, because they're technically
So it's
risking
straight roll.
maces. They would have been straight rolls, which means.
All right, then the second one is a 20.
Yeah, the first one's 27 that hits, second one's a 20 that also hits, so go ahead and roll. Or go ahead and roll for damage.
It's 8 points of damage.
Okay, 8 points of damage. And then the final one, you rolled a 10. If you were going to make a third attack.
I was gonna make an unarmed strike, yes.
Yeah, the 10 would sadly miss.
All right.
But you punch it twice, and it is looking much, much worse after that.
Wait, by the way. That's when. Can I forgot that I could do this. Can I make it on force punches?
Not anymore. You have to call that before. I'm pretty sure it says that you have to call that before.
When you make an attack.
Yeah, when you make an attack. So it's.
That's not before. That's when.
No. But I would say because sure.
No, but
I'll allow that. It's a little fucky, but next time you have to do it before you roll damage.
That's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. I forgot that I could do that. Can I do it? Or otherwise, I don't mind.
Yeah, no, you can go ahead and roll for the additional damage. I'll allow that, but next time you have to do it before you roll the damage.
All right.
Actually.
So that's 7 in extra damage.
Let me check real quick. When you make an attack from spell,
This 2 charges.
Oh, no. It does say when you make an attack roll, you can spend 1 charge to launch the gauntlet. This must be done before you roll an attack roll.
All right, no, never mind then.
I was pretty sure I had that. So no, sadly, you cannot do that. But you still have the charges remaining. After Utzel, though, it is the turn of the one that is the only one that is remaining next to George, which has to roll a Wisdom saving throw, -5, for 6.
It takes 16 points of radiant damage.
Ouch. Okay. He will move you another 15 feet deeper into the water with its movement.
That's all its movement?
That's all of its movement, yeah. That's not dashing, but that's all of its movement. Because it's at half movement because it's moving you. It will then attempt to punch you, or bite you first. For a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Where you suffer 6 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Then a punch for 22 to hit.
Yep.
Where you suffer 7 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And a final punch for 15 to hit.
Yep. Probably down.
Where you suffer 10 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Alright. The hammers disappear. And George begins to float. A little bit. Actually, it was over there. There we go. Alright. It is the turn of the one next to Utzel. It's being punched a lot.
It should know this. I was punching it beforehand.
Yes. You continue to punch it, which it's not liking. So what it will do... it will actually let go of the pincer staff and it will begin to just go. Leave you. It's like, nah, not worth it. 5, 10, 15. So you can make an attack of opportunity if you want to.
I will. Fuck that guy.
Or actually, because it's not using anything else, it will disengage. It will just go, nah. Because it's trying to preserve its life now. 5, 10.
I will still try to hit it.
Do you have Sentinel?
No, but I will still try to hit it.
Yeah.
I'll just swing.
Yeah, it will then be able to move only 30 feet rather than 60. But it also tries to survive. Alright. After that one's turn, Bree, it's your turn.
Yeah, George is floating,
just see
right?
That, yeah, then the water's still being held by the creature. He's still 15 feet down.
By the way, wouldn't
and the hammers have
this
disappeared.
movement be like double halved as he's also carrying me?
He is carrying you, but he has a swimming speed. So 30 feet
But
speed.
he's carrying and was within my hammer.
Oh, because he rests in the thing. So you're right. That means if it's double halved, you could have only moved 5 feet, which means you'll be 10 feet under the water. Not 15. Or not
It's a better
20.
position to be in.
Yeah. Because
So
he's that
under
close,
the
you can
water?
still see him. Yeah, because he's that close, you can still see him. But you also notice that he's not doing well anymore because the hammers have disappeared.
I can see him.
Yes, because he's not as deep as I thought he was.
Healing word on George.
Alright, very well. Go ahead and roll for that.
That's the most important thing for me right now. Okay. D4 plus 4. 7 hit points regained to George.
Alright. George, you gained 7 hit points. That's your bonus action.
Noted.
Yes, and I will... Can I throw any of my weapons? Well, I still have a cantrip that works sometimes. So, Vicious Mockery
Alright, very well.
on him.
So wisdom saving throw?
Yes, it
That's
is.
a 5. And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yep. And it will take 11 points of psychic damage.
Okay, that's exactly its hit point count. So, with that, George, you are being released from a grasp as whatever that creature was heard the ever so slight mumbling of an insult through the water and decides to give up and dies.
Go back to swimming school, you fool! You can't kill my baby!
After Bree, it's Zira's turn. I don't know if she wants to do anything.
Well, if is George conscious right now?
He seems to begin to move again, yeah.
Okay. Zira will just be, George, come on, and Bree will then turn around. Where's Utzel? Oh my god, where's Utzel?
Then we will get to Utzil's turn if Zira's not doing anything specifically. Utzel, what do you want to do?
No.
The one bastard is swimming away from you.
How long can I hold my breath?
Your Constitution modifier +1 in minutes.
That's
Really long.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
that's 4 minutes.
Yeah, if you have a 16
Straight,
Constitution,
right? Yeah,
you can hold your breath for 4 minutes, unless anything specifically makes it so that you can't. But nothing.
I've
like,
been
that's a
under
short time.
for 12 seconds, so I still have a while. How far down is the guy?
Because he was at an angle when swimming away from you, then let go, started this to go away. It could still move. It's still movement.
I mean the one that took our boatman.
Oh, that one's deep. You're with a. Irvin did not resist, although even at half movement, after this many turns at a half speed and then dashing, that one's out of your dark vision sight, pretty far. You would have to start swimming to the bottom, hoping that you would see something.
No, if I can't see it, him, then I'm probably gonna swim to the surface.
Alright. So Utzil
Using my
begins
action
standing
as a dash.
In that case, you do manage to once again submerge. With a bit of effort, you guys can climb on the ship. You'll breathe for a moment now, finally being above the water for some of you.
There you are.
With a couple of these dead bodies still there. But you all can breathe again.
I guess we're water walking, everyone.
Is everyone all right?
No.
I'm fine. But
the person who, yes, our boatman died.
No.
Well,
Why did
you
those
can say
things
no,
do
but it's
that?
still a thing. What were those things?
I don't
Fucking
know.
annoying.
I've never
With
seen
those-
them before.
Those damn staffs that turned got your neck.
But they tried to drown you all, right?
I don't know.
We should be really careful with these monsters around. And Zira's just, when George is coming up on the boat, she is hugging hugging him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad nothing happened to you!
Just sort of covering Zira's ears. We might never return to land. How the fuck do we use this thing?
I don't know.
Great time to learn new skills, I suppose. I mean, it can't be that hard.
I mean, we've observed the way Irvin did it, right?
I haven't been watching them, have you? I was far too busy thinking of our route and thinking of the ones that came before us. Before them. Energy ball, the thingies. It's the floating ones that you give a staff.
Well,
Well,
Trident.
we could always walk.
no, George,
Do
we're
I
not
know-
walking. Where do we
Do
leave
I-
his boat then?
Do I know how far we would need to walk if we would walk?
Did you have a map of this?
Not necessarily.
Then no, you don't really have a
Is
clue.
there a map on Urban Ship?
He did mention before that it would be 5 days worth of travel on ship. You've done, I'm pretty sure 2 at this point. This one was the night going into the 3rd day.
Mm-hmm.
The ship didn't move at a particularly fast pace. You can consider then, walking would probably take a little bit longer. But not
Yeah,
that
but
much.
we do have a place to rest on, and we can all take shifts of water walking. But if you would drag...
How heavy would it be to just carry this boat along with us by rope?
I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
that's what I'm
strong,
saying.
but I don't know how strong I need to be. Do you want me to check?
Well, the people say in water things are lighter. I don't know the statistics behind that one. You're pretty
Well,
strong.
I don't
can
know how
help.
that is if I have water as my as a surface to walk on.
Well, water walk makes that a surface to walk on.
Well, yeah, but I'm not sure how much I could. We can try.
That's how much
Other
you can
option would
drag.
be-
This is
we're just
considered a
pooling,
keelboat.
right? We're not lifting it up, we're pooling it, so...
Oh
you know,
yeah,
like extra weight or something.
how heavy is a keelboat?
Let me check. Yeah, this thing is indeed considered a keelboat.
I mean, like,
that would
in real
be-
life, I have a boat, and I still can move it if we have to get it away from land or something.
Well, yeah, but there's calculations for strength and stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can
If this
I
is a
can
keelboat, it would have been
calculate
bigger.
I mean, Sky is not that strong, and she could easily hold off a boat that's
I
has
mean-
steel on the bottom and just
mean-
wood on top. And this is
I mean,
completely
I can-
wood.
I can push, drag, or lift the 600 pounds. If it's less than 600 pounds, less than 600 pounds or 600 pounds, I can pull it. Otherwise, I can't.
But we could do it. Yeah.
Yep, we can do
If-
it together.
If
I mean,
someone
you are
helps, then
strong,
it's,
but
it's better.
Zera is not, and I'm also not that strong. So, yeah,
So that will
that's the
mean that.
problem.
So that will mean that you want me to pull it. Maybe
Yeah,
with
or
George.
you would say that one of the strong people would try to pull it, and one of the not strong people, the weak. So you have a strong one, and
No, everyone would need to join in to pull it, probably to get it forward.
I don't know how heavy is this
Well,
thing?
funnily
I mean,
enough,
I
that's
can,
not a question that's apparently often asked on, on how heavy is a
DM.
keelboat.
then you can
Well,
decide.
if it is a
Size.
keelboat, it would have been bigger technically.
It's a
So
this is
a smaller keelboat.
no, this is a
Right.
keelboat.
It's not a large boat.
Considering all the considering the map that
It
it
would
is,
have been
it's about the
60
same.
feet by 20 feet. If it's a keelboat.
Let's see.
Anyone
how
have a
big is
rope
5,
on
10,
hand? 'Cause
15,
I can just. You cost something,
50,
right?
20, 25, 30,
George?
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
You just cost
15,
something,
20,
right?
25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
George did, yeah.
Alright.
This is the keelboat map of the from D&D Beyond is just a little bigger than this one. So it's comparable.
Anyway, anyone has a rope? I can just try it.
Zera says, "Yeah, here's my rope." I also have a rope, I think. Let me check. Zera has like 50 feet of rope.
Yeah, with 50 feet of rope, that should be fine.
But there are ropes on the boat, right?
There are, yeah.
I mean, you have to make sure you can.
Okay.
put the boat somewhere if you would
mean,
enter.
50 feet is pretty long, so with 50 feet that should be fine. I'll
Yeah.
tie one end to myself and one end to the boat. Hop down into the water and I'll try to pull it.
Yeah. I only found it for like a pirate ship, which I'm considering to be like a sloop or a galleon, but that's not what this is. This is smaller.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I mean, it's a big. It's a little bigger than the boats used in Moana from Disney, right?
No, it's bigger than that.
Bigger than that. Okay.
Yeah. Because that could, carry 2 people pretty well. This you
Yeah,
could have
but
carried
you have
more.
several sizes of these of that boat, but this one is then just a little bigger than the normal boat of Moana and Maui.
No,
would say.
this one's much bigger. This one can't, because
Okay.
this one could carry. You could cram like 8 people on this thing. You couldn't do that
Yeah.
on the little ship.
Cargo capacity 0.5 tons, but
Yeah, that's how much it could carry.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a difficult question to answer.
I mean, it is in water, which would help a little, I imagine.
It just says weight
I
dash
think so
dash,
too.
which I'm just assuming that it's too fucking heavy. Gargantuan vehicle, sure. But how much does it weigh?
Nobody
Start
just...
Keelboat Wikipedia.
You know what?
Why?
No, well, let's. Okay, how much did you guys carry? I'm not. Fuck this. How much did you guys carry in capacity together? I'm gonna see. Just give a fucking rough ass estimate.
I can calculate it for people.
Let's see. I would
how
say
much
it's
they-
about
how
the
much
same as like 3 dinghies. So how much does a dinghy weigh?
3D.
I don't know.
Well, that's a very good question.
How
And,
much
don't
does
know.
a dinghy weigh?
and our
It
dinghies
doesn't say
also in
that.
water then?
What's everyone's strength? Because I can just.
Mine is 10,
oh,
and
rowboats.
Zira's
It's only
is
100
6,
pounds.
I think. Yeah.
Okay, you can push
Yeah,
drag or
that's
lift
something.
300 pounds with a
Much more than
6.
that.
It's
That's
100?
180 pounds.
Okay.
I can drag 600 pounds.
mm-hmm.
What's your strength, George?
16.
You can drag 480 pounds.
Alright, how much is that together?
So that's 1080 pounds plus 180. That's 11. That's 1200.
1260?
1260 plus what was yours? 10, right?
Mine was
That's
10,
300.
so
It's
300.
1560, something along those lines.
Alright.
I
That-
mean, we're
that-
getting close.
That's pretty. That's pretty heavy.
Yeah,
The,
but we
the
have some strong people among us.
keelboat that I found here is 1479 pounds, but it's also much more advanced than this boat. So I don't know. It's a
I mean,
racing boat.
If Zira and I
Those are
could
supposed to
pull
be
it
light.
together, it would be, oh
Yeah.
my god. I mean, I think Utzel could do it alone, right?
No.
I don't know, 600 pounds,
no.
not
No?
that much. No.
Hmm.
It's a boat trailer. I found the weight of a trailer. Let's see.
Wait, how much can you put
Man,
on a
zo'n
boat
boot.
trailer? Because that
Let's see. Haal daar 20% vanaf en dan komt een maximaal gewicht voor uw boten. Oké, so 1240 kilos is what a trailer could hold.
Yeah.
Which do you guys got like a little over half of that. If that's everybody pulling, right?
yeah. The 1200 kilos is 2645 pounds.
Oh my god.
That we got about about half. A little over half.
But if we had Andrew with us, it would still not come close.
This is the difficult question. Alright, everything together was 720 pounds, you say, or 707 kilos, right?
Yeah, I mean,
1500
I have a Wikipedia thing that says
1560
keelboats weigh
pounds.
around 600 and... Well, this one says 670 kilograms.
670. Okay. So I'll say if everybody's pulling at the same time, you can move the boat. So everybody has to have water walk and everybody has to pull.
Okay.
That's a start.
Which I'll say, because you're pulling this, and this is like at your max, you will be moving, I'll say, at 2/3 the speed as you would normal move. Like, you are not halved, but you increase the length of your journey a little bit compared to if you would just walk.
So it would be like 20 feet per 6 seconds or something.
No, it would mean that rather than having 3 days remaining, you would have 5 days remaining of your travel.
Okay.
And if we would...
All right, let's be DM.
Yes.
What if we were to just try and sail this thing?
You can attempt to do so.
But still, we could get lost. Either way.
We could, but with walking we could also get lost, because
Yeah,
also
that's what
true.
I'm
You're just
saying.
walking
We
in
still
nature,
can get
right?
lost, so it still don't matter.
well, yes,
think
but I don't
what
have
we
a
do.
map of the area.
But you have a compass and you have a general direction.
That
Yeah.
I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So you can make sure that you easily keep going east. You know, in the rough
All I'm
direction
saying
you were
is-
going.
Whether we're walking or going with boat, we need to navigate our way to land either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I can do that. I can navigate.
Okay.
So no pulling. Well, we can just try this. You know.
Should we try to sail it? And if we can't, we should walk, I think.
It's a shame about what was his name
Oh.
again?
There's one problem with the walking part. How am I gonna rest once the spell goes off?
I think we should just try to sail this ourselves.
Yeah.
And if you're
At
dragging
least
the
one
boat
of them.
along, you can rest on that.
Yeah, but we would still go pretty slow. I mean, it's an hour. It's a second level spell. What is it? Second
Third.
level?
Oh, we should have
Sure.
just gone with the horses. We should have
Yeah.
just gone with the horses.
That's what I was saying. I didn't.
Oh,
also
the
want to
boat
leave
is so
it in.
smart. Oh, look who's smart now. He would have already almost been there if we went with the horses.
Mhm.
Look
If-
how slow this darn boat is anyway.
If we
George,
went
come on.
to walk, then they could have just gone up from the ocean, just grabbed us, and then dragged us down.
They just our horses would have gone way faster. They wouldn't even have been able to catch up to us.
Yes, warriors and a chariot.
Are you
would-
sure about that? Because I'm not.
Oh, I'm sure about that.
Okay. Guys,
Anyhow,
what are we doing?
I'd say just try to sail the boat. At least one of you. I can look at my compass, make sure we're going the right way.
Okay.
Somewhere east.
Well,
I
Bree.
did buy a compass for a reason, so.
Well, Bree will just discover the boat, discover everything, what it is for, what will happen if she pulls one rope or something. Just discovering what it all is, and I hope then I can make my way of holding the sail like we can get forward.
Alright, so if Bree's going to try and
I need
do
to
this, Bree,
I'm gonna guide you and I'm gonna rest.
go ahead and make an intelligence check to see
Oh,
how
God.
quickly you can learn this.
I'll try to make sure we stay
Can Zira help me?
east.
Can we agree Zira is the one who's going to be the one
Yeah.
because she is
So
actually
you
good
guys
at
are
learning.
leaving this in the hands of the 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Bree as a little daycare.
she would volunteer to learn about this.
Yeah, she would.
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, that's what Zero would be
Mhm,
like.
mhm.
Yeah, no, I want to
Yeah.
learn.
Totally, sure. So Zira can do it instead.
Okay. And George gave her guidance, so that's a D4 she can add.
Yeah, so it's just an intelligence check with a D4. There's no helping each other because none of you know how to fucking do this.
Yeah. So
We can help each other, but not getting in each other's way.
this is it. And a D4. It's a 15.
15, okay. So you guys are continuing to travel by boat, hoping that whatever Zero's trying to figure out really keeps the ship moving.
I mean, she's a little professor. She can do it.
Sure.
I hope.
Well, you all will
Otherwise
probably
we're
also the ship is on a current, so it is moving already. You guys probably want to finish your long rest.
Well, I think Zero would, yeah. We also would like to, if it's possible.
We'll say this. Zero will have to succeed on a check every day to see if she can maintain the ship going in a single direction.
Yeah.
If she rolls too low, you add an additional day to your travels. The 15 manages to not do that.
Okay.
But all of you can finish your long rest.
Okay, that's great.
And you can update your sheets that you're back at full. After which, I do need somebody to roll a d10.
Who's gonna be that somebody?
Who's gonna be that somebody?
I'm going to be that somebody.
Alright.
It's a 7.
Okay. Also, now considering you no longer have Irvin, your travel can be slowed down again. A 7.
Yeah.
Oh god. Alright. Please go ahead and roll
Why do you say that?
d4 for me, please.
Oh my god. Why do you say that? It's not good if the DM says, oh my god.
Oh god.
A 1.
Go ahead and roll again.
Oh. We already had that, or not?
Already had that one.
Still 1?
Just keep rolling until
It's
it's not a
4.
1. There you go.
The
Alright.
room is hacked.
Okay. You guys begin to float. The following day, you all awaken. The ship still seems to be going in an eastern direction. Is there anything you guys want to do during this day?
To help Zira figure this boat out, I'll use Enhanced ability with Fox Cunning.
Alright.
She has advantage on intelligence checks, which will help understand the boat.
Doing that, I'll
And
because
guidance her where needed.
Because you already made the check for the day. That was the 15. So just keep it in mind. For the next roll she'll have to make for the next day, I'll give her advantage because you cast it.
Yeah.
Very well.
She doesn't have to make one today, but tomorrow, or whenever, if she does choose to make a intelligence check in the time.
I mean, I can guess it plenty, so.
You mean water walk?
Also, but I'll just cast that before any long rests are taken. So during long rests, I'll cast that on everyone.
Can we see land nearby, or are we now just on the open ocean?
I would say at the moment you're not able to see land ahead of you. But if you look back in the early hours of the day, you see the once large floating island can disappear over the horizon. And about midway through, that is gone at that point.
Well, let's hope there's something east.
I hope so too.
But anything in particular you guys want to do? Because 3 of you, if Zero is mostly doing this, 3 of you are not really doing much during the day.
Yeah. I want to start writing songs about all of us. because that was an idea Zero and I had.
Mm-hmm.
So, because we are the big five, and I want all of us to have our own song. So I'm start writing those songs today.
Yeah.
Also because I'm bored, because after a whole wall of water, I'm just like, yeah, what's new?
Yeah, there's
I'll
just
just go.
water everywhere.
I'll just go up to George and say, "All right, I'm gonna teach you how to hit something."
Right. Well, whilst you do that, great skill. I'm gonna definitely look at what you're doing, and I'm definitely not going to make a design for a rowing boat. Because we're gonna probably need it.
Okay.
I mean, we have a boat right now. It's technically not ours, but
Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't go where we want it to go, a rowing boat will be a reliable solution for a rest whilst we're walking. As that we can pull.
If you want to, you could also, because you can basically craft stuff out of gold. You could try to, well, that too. But I would also say that if you want to, you could modify this boat to also have accessibility for oars, so you can row at the same time, like kind of like a longboat, but smaller.
Right.
Or you can make
You
just
know
a dinghy
what?
next to it. That's up to
like
you.
ancient ships used to have, like long.
If you'd allow that, yes.
Because you would only have to
There's
make
going
the
to be
part where the ore goes into, and then the ore itself, and that's easily under 100 gold.
Let's make this boat more usable for us.
Fine, I'll help you with that then. What you need? Want me to look in the hole? What,
I really don't
kind of-
need anything but resources, so I won't do that cost in gold, DM.
How much that would cost? Let me see.
Because a rowboat is 50 gold.
A rowboat's 50
So
gold?
modifying this thing to... Yeah.
Okay, I would say a rowboat has that, and then it has two. I'll say it'll cost the same as a rowboat, because you're just adding the oars. You have 4 oars that you could add to this one. Or so you could add up to 6, I would say. So you can have 6 people rowing at the same time and get a decent speed. I would say.
Well, we don't have 6 people, but I need 40 gold. 50 gold.
Yeah.
You said you were gonna help, weren't you? That's how you can help.
Oh.
You have 40 gold, 50
Yeah,
gold.
because your gold was a bit of a... I haven't gotten back from you from that, I think. I ran into a bit of a problem when I was calculating your gold.
I don't know where the problem is, but I can look at my sheet.
Where are the party funds?
Okay. You also have the party funds.
Yes, I do have the party funds. What do you want?
Can I have 50 gold?
50 gold?
Yes.
Should we do that? She asked very. Well, how much is in it? We have gold in the party funds, 1190 gold.
That should be more than enough to get.
So she gives. How much do you want, George?
50 gold.
50. Here you go.
That'll do it. And George will spend the next hour modifying the boat.
Yeah. So
there's now.
I'll just keep my eye. While he's doing that, I'll just keep my eyes peeled for any lands in front of us.
Go ahead and make a perception
Make sure that we're
check.
going the right way.
Well, you know that you're going the right way. You have a compass. You know you're going the right way.
Oh yeah, but that we stay on the right way. Not that the wind blows us somewhere else. 17 on perception.
17. No land in sight. By the way, George, the way you really modify the ship is because there's no edges to this. You add in the ring through which you have to put the oar to then row with on the side of the ship. You can add 4. Besides that, you modify the ship to such a point that the deck is no longer completely flat, But there are small areas where you can open up a bit of a trapdoor so you can stick your legs in, and you can sit on the height of the deck and then comfortably row with it. I would say because it's so divided, it would take you about 2 hours to really get everywhere and do it. But after today, you can modify this boat so that it can be rowed. Utzil. No land. But you do spot something.
Oh.
Off in the distance, to you guys' right.
No.
At one point, you managed to spot above the waves a small plateau with something on top of it. You're not sure what.
A plateau?
In the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay.
It's quite far at this point. You can kind of notice it between the waves. There's something drifting in there, and it's rather large. It's about like 10 by 10 feet.
There's
What
something
do you see?
over there. I
Maybe
don't.
we should take a better look.
Some kind of thing
And
floating in the water.
I'll cast Enhance Ability on Utzil.
Okay.
As he gets Owl's Wisdom.
Go ahead and make a perception check again, but this time with advantage.
And
Alright.
hell... No. Yeah, that's what I can do.
Yeah,
That's
you
an
get
18.
18, very well.
It's a little better.
It seems to be something small, and it's floating on top of the water. It's not any piece of land or anything. And there's someone on top of it. It's some form of raft that's drifting there. You notice there's at least one person on there. You're not sure if there's more. Maybe the other bit is cargo.
I think someone's on there.
Are they alive?
I don't. Well,
that you're not sure.
I'm not. I know they're on on top of the raft, but what direction is it?
Towards it.
Southeastern? It was to the right.
This would be to southern and eastern direction.
All right.
Maybe the guy can sail.
We turn that way. I don't.
You guys can start rowing if you want to.
We need to find names for that. Yeah,
I don't care what the names are.
I'll help.
I don't know how this works.
Right. You guys begin to drift slowly. It takes a bit. You start going the wrong direction in the rowing, and the ship begins to turn. It's horrible. But eventually you manage to get it into a direction of the raft, and you guys are slowly approaching it. Anything you guys want to do before you encounter who or whatever this is? Yeah.
Well, let's make sure all of us wear armor before we see this one. I didn't know if George was already wearing armor.
At this point, I think he was.
Yeah,
yes, I'm
I
very
hope
much
so,
wearing armor.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Right,
maybe water wall?
And I will say, by the way,
Yeah.
At this point, the switch is made from weapon to armor again.
So you have additional
from
armor.
the +1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. You guys begin to drift in that direction, and at one point you're about 100 feet away from whatever this is, and it is a raft, and there is a person on it. There's two people on it. They're both currently lying on their backs, just kind of drifting with the hot sun shining down upon them.
Hello?
George will just... Actually, no, let's wait for that. Let's get there let's get closer
Alright.
first.
You get a bit closer.
When we get within 30 feet.
And at one point you get about 30 feet away, and then you can easily take a very good look at it. It's a very small drift wooden raft tied together with a bit of rope. Drifting upon it are two individuals. Seems to be a bald human male with a large, bushy, dirty blonde beard, as well as a darker-skinned half-elf with some curly black hair, and they're both kind of just lying down. The moment Utzil yells out again, the human.
I'm also waving.
The human like just kind of like cocks his head, and then like with one arm begins to reach out towards you. They do not seem to be doing too well.
Oh,
Cast a healing word on both of them in separation.
I think they need food and water, not healing word. Come.
Well, it's a start.
Well, the moment you cast
Need
healing
that,
word,
yes.
you fix the most physical, easily fixed injuries, which you
Yeah,
notice
there's burns on them.
they're rather gaunt. They are
Probably.
incredibly sunburned. At least the lighter skinned human is completely fucked. The half-elf not as much, but still not good. Both very dry in the face. You see their lips are cracked. The moment you do that, that does fix some of those problems.
At
And
that
they
point,
seem to be doing
we're
that.
walking everyone.
Right.
And George will just gathering supplies, good supplies over them. We can just walk now.
Yeah, I
It's
wanted,
really weird.
I wanted to jump into water, but as I was doing this, the water was just oh.
What's
Just
up,
the
be
guy that jumps
careful!
in the ice.
Yeah. There are also decent
Oh, shit,
like
hurt.
you're on the middle of the Lost Storm Sea, so there are decent waves here where you're like, whoa. It's not like a flat waterbed. It's a little bit more uncomfortable than that. But you managed to get these people over, and as you're carrying one of them, the half elf, in a Genovan accent, goes, "Thank you. We are not gonna last longer." And
Well,
then
we
this
have
kind
some
of, like,
food and water for you.
kind of like begins to like pass out at that point.
Oh my dear.
I'm trying to catch her so she won't fall
They're
down.
both men. They're both men.
Oh, him.
Them.
Right.
Yeah.
But you get these
Should
castaways
we
onto
take
your
them?
ship.
They
that's what
are
George was doing, right?
castaways. Yeah, I was helping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get them some water and food.
Just taking care of that. Well, Sarah makes sure everything is well with. Just managing. She's holding the wheel or whatever she uses to keep this boat at its course and holding the rope for the sail. Just as a tiny little kobold.
But as you guys move these
I like that
individuals
idea.
onto your ship, that's where we're going to be taking a break.
Yay.
So we'll be picking up with these odd strangers on your boat. In about 10 to 15 minutes, we'll be taking a short break. After that, we'll be back and we'll continue. So stick around. We'll be back. Welcome back, everyone. We took a short break, but we're back. So, let's pick it up where we left off, shall we? So, you guys just managed to get these two individuals that you found floating on a raft in the middle of the ocean onto your boat. They seem to be healed a little bit, and they are conscious, although they're, visibly starved. And just kind of like, they're happy that somebody picked them up. You can see that in their demeanor, but they're not super lively or active. Where you set the elf and the half elf you set down, George, who then looks up and goes, "Do you have any idea how far we are from any land?"
No. I'm just gonna say no to that.
You're
But
you're in the ocean, but quite far.
are
I
the
knew
two of you
that.
sailors?
I am. I'm not sure about him.
Great, get some rest.
Know each other?
It's, not too well. Just simply the past few days, weeks. I am not sure
I mean,
anymore.
how did you meet? Because meeting people in the middle of the ocean on the raft seems kind of difficult. What happened?
Our ship went down in a storm, I think, and I managed to find a piece of wood to cling on to, and, well, when I woke up in the next morning, he was there as well, so I was assuming he just was as lucky as I.
Well,
Right.
I'm glad we found you, because you were not doing well.
I am thankful that you managed to stop. And
As are we that
did you just
we
walk?
found the both of you.
Did
No.
did I missee anything, or did you just walk underwater?
No, we didn't.
How could we walk on the water? What a weird idea is that?
I'm sorry, it's been a few days on the ocean, but thank you. And I'm sure my companion is as thankful, right? And the other one goes, yeah.
That's
You-
the
you
bold
two
one.
You should get some rest. I'm not sure where. We're heading now. Now we need to go northeast since we went southeast for a little bit, so we need to go northeast. We're going to the Lawless Archipelago.
That's a rather
We
big
are-
direction. Any particular destination there?
Well,
I believe we do.
kind of.
We did.
A city?
It
Let's
goes by
see.
the name of. It's on the tippy whippy of my tongue.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
Looking
tippy
it up.
George, what? What was that you said? The tippy whippy?
Ooh,
No. Fortress. No.
sailor boy.
When you like
Oh,
the noise,
Sailor
Sailor
Boy.
Boy.
Oh,
Did
well,
I
so-
write it down? Did I write it down?
I don't think so.
Did you
I don't
even
know if
mention
any.
it?
I don't think anyone mentioned it.
No. It's just there.
I can't remember it being mentioned at all.
I do
Was
know
it
its
the
name.
K of? Was it the K of Rum we were going?
No, that's something just on the map, I think.
Is the place we're going not on the map?
Well,
Yeah,
we,
maybe. But
we're going to the Lawless Archipelago, but we don't know where to go in the Lawless Archipelago. So we're just going towards somewhere.
No, you
Yeah,
guys had a
because-
destination. Last
We had.
episode. Yeah, you did.
Did we went underneath the thing?
why didn't I write this down?
Which mean, didn't we go to the K of?
No.
We were heading towards the K of Rum, right?
No, I
I
don't.
I don't have anything that's. I don't.
I write down so many
I-
details, and these
I haven't
important
written
things.
anything. I haven't
Ah.
written anything down about city names where we went to.
Nay, I know me too.
Let me
So yeah.
look. Oh, what the fuck did my...
We're just discussing this in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
We
not
write it
sure we
down,
know
everyone.
somewhere around there.
But we know who we are looking for.
To be fair, we are not sailors. Our sailor got dragged down to the bottom of the sea, so we're kind of happy that you are sailors.
Yeah.
But take your rest first. It's you need rations. Wait, here. I give them some rations.
Thank you. And the elf does eat it. The other one just kind of leaves it for a moment.
I know again about, and I whisper the next part about the girl. You know, we had a son and a girl, the boy and a girl. The girl was in the city of Brass, but we're not going there. Of the boy, I hadn't written any names down about where he could go.
I only remember the sailors we were able to go with, which, you know.
Yeah, me too. Which is kind of pointless now. Did we already pay him?
We did, right?
That's
No, it was
I
per
wanted
day.
to get daily.
It was per day.
So I.
You hadn't
So
paid
we have
me
a
yet.
boat now.
Anyway, I can make you some better food. In a little bit, it'll take an hour. You can rest a bit. I can make it now.
We appreciate it, but for now, just water and the food
Of course.
is more than enough.
It's fine. Just take a rest.
And you
And-
guys have clearly shown you have no fucking clue where you're going.
Yep.
I can't remember even that you said something to
I don't
us
thi-
about
I
that.
I don't think you did, but I
No,
might be wrong.
not just any place he would be, because Sir for
Yeah,
sure wouldn't even know that as well.
I didn't think anyone said where he would be. I
And
don't.
right now Lucas is like, you know, and later he will find out, oh no, I didn't tell him.
You might have wanted to ask an NPC. You were apparently okay with getting on someone's boat going east.
Go towards the Lawless Archipelago.
Well, Niche was bringing you there, so you're getting closer to the deal, that you made.
Yeah, but we never heard from any NPC. They didn't tell us.
That you were going to the
We could
Lost
have asked-
Archipelago, you knew.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, but
not just the city where we would
Yeah,
head
they-
to, or
they-
city the place where we would head to.
Yeah, that you have no idea of.
No. And it was not told to us. And right now, when you say this, I think, yeah, it makes sense. We could have asked someone, but we didn't.
That's fine. You guys are not sailors after all, and you had hired somebody to do that for you.
But that means that we still wouldn't know where we would be going. And we still have to find them there.
I will turn to George and just be like, imagine what we would find if we just went east and passed up the Lawless Archipelago. What would be there? Is it just ocean? Maybe some new land that
That is
that's
actually
never been
not a-
discovered.
That is actually not too big of a secret. What's east of Newfoundland? East of Newfoundland is there's a central island in the middle of the ocean, and then beyond that there's a large second continent. Which those people are the ones that thousands of years ago settled in Newfoundland.
But still, those are ancient lands.
No, it's just current trade is still happening. That's like that's
mean-
still bustling continent.
I mean, they're ancient land. There's more civilizations there. That
yeah, okay, in that way, yeah.
in that way.
It's
Those are
not
more
necessarily
explored,
something
but-
very new to discover.
Okay, never mind then.
That's something that Genova trades with that. Mornadale trades with that. The Lawless Archipelago steals from the traders who go in between.
Fair. So, east, northeast.
You guys continue for the rest of the day, and at one point, those two individuals do get better and begin walking a bit. The half elf at one point comes up to you and goes, "So I heard quite a bit of discussion that you are not familiar with this territory, yes? At least that's not the impression that I'm getting from most of you."
Well, no.
I need to pray. He just sits down.
He's a little confused at that. He goes,
So am I.
"If you need directions, I have sailed these seas before. Why you are going to the Lawless Archipelago, but why exactly? Not many on a ship this size will travel there."
Well, we need to find someone there. Bring them back to the mainland. Or, well, at least inform them of something and maybe bring them back to the mainland. But we were traveling there.
Right.
We are not necessarily from these parts.
That I couldn't tell.
No, that's why I said it.
My name is Jean, by the way, and thank you again for picking us up.
No, no problem.
I'm not necessarily familiar with a ship this size, but I have sailed before, so if you need help with that, I can. And if you are going to the Lost Archipelago, I would suggest not going to any of the islands per se, but rather to one of the 2 settlements. Because you do not want to end up on the wrong side of things.
How do you mean?
Well, a lot of individual ship owners will set up camps on various islands and claim it as theirs, and they might not be too friendly with somebody else just showing up there. Not at least if you're just 4 people. 6.
Gotcha. So where are the cities? Because I just know it's somewhere east.
If you travel,
at least the Lost Archipelago, but
he kind of looks around. I think quite a bit more south. You have Kevram, which is the biggest settlement, as well as Sharkfin Bay is a bit more north, but far further travel. Because we're on the Last Storm Sea, yes?
Yes.
Yes, then that is more north, but I would have to recognize one of the islands really to know exactly where we are.
But so we need to go south?
Probably, yes. It's either that or you want to run into one of the other ships that can actually have maps and specific directions, but on the other end, well, you're not carrying cargo, so maybe that's not necessarily too bad for you.
Well, yeah, we couldn't really find any maps of this place, so that's why we had hired someone who unfortunately didn't make it, which is a problem.
He was your sailor, yes? At least, I'm assuming?
Yeah, they were.
Right. What happened?
There were fish people, I think. What were they again? Fish people? They had little sticks with which they hooked around your neck and threw you down to the bottom of the ocean.
That sounds incredibly concerning, but
yes, they took him. They took me and George down to the ocean. Utzil, by the way, George down to the ocean as well. We fought them off though, but our sailor pal didn't make that.
Well, I'll see what I can do, but if you would allow me, I can help your little green friend over there with any nautical practices. I'll see what I can do, simply to say thanks.
I've got a compass, so if you need any readings, I can just tell you which way we're heading.
That will probably be very useful, yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's a good thing I bought a compass. I didn't think it would come in handy this way, but you know.
He kind of just sits down again. The other individual, since you brought him on board, hasn't really moved much. He's just kind of sitting there, slowly eating away at the ration.
Is your pal doing okay? I know you don't know him, but
I am not sure. We haven't spoken much. I don't really know him that well. I think he's doing alright. He's not dead yet.
Oh yeah, but he hasn't said much. But yeah, okay.
Is there anything any of you want to do for the remainder of the day?
Still writing on the songs, and I want to talk to the NPCs that are on board to discover more of where they are from and how they've learned to sail.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't call them NPCs to their faces, but
yeah, you have Jean, the half elf, who's currently sitting in the back, kind of talking with Zira here and there, kind of explaining how to work this boat, and then you have the other one who's currently still sitting, like leaning up against the mast, looking out over the front of the ship. Yeah.
Well, I first want to say hi to the other one because we don't know his name yet.
So you walk up to him and then you go.
And I grab out my water skin and I give it to him. Are you alright, sir?
Oh, yeah, better now. Thank you, I think. And he begins to drink from that water skin.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit before he then hands it back to you.
Where are you from?
I'm, well, I moved a lot on ships and things.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really from anywhere anymore.
So, what was the last ship you were aboard of? Do you know that?
Oh, that just varies from voyage to voyage. Didn't really stick around in any one ship per se.
Oh.
Just wherever was work.
Do you like being on the sea?
Is better than in somewhere else. Do you like it? You don't seem to really be well versed on the water.
Well, this is my first time trip this long at sea, so yeah, still adjusting to it, I think.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm Rihanna.
Bob. And he shakes your hand.
Can I make an insight check if
Go for
that's
it.
his real name?
Go for it, make an insight check.
Because I don't really think that is his true name, but let's see. Insight. Yeah. What is this? This is
You
not.
did D20 hashtag D20 plus 3.
Plus 3. This is it. A 6.
6. Yes, this individual is Bob. And there's no
Okay.
reason not to be Bob. That's Bob.
So, John and Bob. Okay.
Jean and Bob, yeah.
Jean Valjean. And Job is a human, right?
No, Bob's a human. Jean is a half-elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant that. Bob's a human. Can I just ask Bob?
Yeah.
How old are you? Because you're a bit bold.
Normally I would be wearing a hat, but I lost that, so... I'm 30, 40, I don't know. I've not really been keeping count that much.
So, no celebrating anniversaries then?
Not really, no.
Bob, that's your name, right? What's
Yes.
I've returned from my guidance, and I can confirm that Irvin actually has never told us where we were going.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Next. Oh my god. It was so
Apparently, the Lawless Archipelago was a place he didn't like, I recall.
Oh god. Top notch.
It turns
That's the
out-
moment of this episode.
It turns out it was just a place he didn't like to stay at, but he never really called a name or a thing.
That's a highly effective prayer you got there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was
That's
just,
some odd divine intervention right there.
Yeah.
I was just thinking really hard.
Yeah, going through the notes.
I
and
wasn't
stuff.
really praying. I was just
Looking up one of the
looking
videos.
past.
Mm-hmm.
Which maybe explains why we haven't written shit down. So we were going to the Lawless Archipelagos. That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
But that's a very broad term from what I figured now out.
Mm-hmm.
To the half-elf. What's your name? I didn't quite catch it.
My name is Jean. But if you're going to the Lost Archipelago, there are really only a few places that you can really travel to.
So which place is the best to go first?
Closest from the last storm sea would be Cave Rum. You can go to Sharkfin Bay. It's a little smaller, a little bit more calm. If you're really nuts, you can try to go to Zinjaga, but I would not advise that.
Jaga.
So you know what that is?
No,
I know where it is. I've met people from it, but I've never gone to it. Because a lot of people that go there do not return. And nobody deals business with them.
Can I make?
Curious.
Can I remember where I've heard Dunjaga before? Because
Yeah.
it sounds really familiar.
George mentioned it.
George
Okay.
mentioned it, yeah.
Because you wanted to go there, or what?
Yes.
Bringing that
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
he does go. I do remember there is a vessel, single large pirate ship that does sometimes deal with Zinjaga, but it is the only ship that is from there. Run by this duo of unkind demons. They're not ones to mess with. So I would avoid going there.
With demons, you say?
Well, they are not human. I know that is for sure. Or dwarven or any of the kind. Tall, blue-skinned, angry most of the time. And they do not... they have a monopoly on trading with and from Zinjaga. Or stealing from there. Nobody really works with them too much.
Well, perhaps they are more reasonable than one could think.
What? What did you just say?
If you wish to believe such a thing, then that's up to you.
Anyway, where are we heading first? You say that Cave Rum is closer.
It is. First, we have to get to the Lolas Archipelago. I need to get bearings on how far north or south we actually are. And then...
Well, I can give maybe a tip. I don't know how you people do this, but I know how long it's been since we've left from... What's it called again? From the elemental plane? From Zatka.
No.
It's been 3 days?
I do not know of that place.
Ish. Oh, it's
But-
to the west of us.
I know the realms of elements, we just normally don't travel there.
Well, we come from there and we've traveled around 3 days.
We must be rather close, in that case. Should be good. If you've been traveling in a straight line.
We should have been.
We have. I'm pretty sure we have so far, yes.
That is good. If we I need to recognize at least one of the larger islands, and then I have a better idea of exactly where we are traveling.
Right.
But I can get you to
Well.
the Cave of Rum, or from there I can get you nearly anywhere, but... I don't know, I guess
Well.
I'd no longer have a crew to stick with after the ship went down.
If you're gonna be our guidance through this place and help us figure out these things, I am sure me and my friends will agree if you could bring us back to the mainland after, you could keep the ship. I mean, it's no one's ship now. You are sailors. We're not. So
George, we kind of also need to go back.
That's what he said.
that's
After
what
we
I
go
said.
back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never
Yeah.
mind. I was just
I'll
looking at the ocean.
Saying,
I'll think about it. Maybe that can work. Kind of thinks to
do
himself.
think about it, but unless you want to stay in the Lawless Archipelagos and stuff, I'd figured it'd be a fair deal. We will obviously feed you as well.
I appreciate that. I will do my best getting you back to solid ground under your feet.
That'll be great.
It would be.
Anything else you guys want to do?
Well, I'm still writing on the songs, and I'm busy writing George's song first.
Of course you are.
Yeah, Brie also has the thing that's that's one of my flaws. One, it's I can't let go of anything I'm working on until it's perfect. So that's also the reason why I want to do the giant clams, and that's also why I'm keep working on these songs, because I want them to be perfect.
Right.
But yeah.
But if none of you want to do anything more.
Could George spend some time on learning or like learning to work with those crystals, or would that consume the crystals?
Let me check real quick. You can begin working on learning how to work with the crystals. Do you have? Okay, first of all, do you have one?
Yeah.
Because you can do that in downtime days, teaching yourself something, but you're teaching it at 1/4 the rate you would if you were doing it with a master. So yeah, you can do that, and you will take, 1/4 of a single day off of the total amount of days that you have to work on it. Which means you can slowly start getting there.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Alright. So you begin to learn how to craft with Arcanum. And you have done it for 1 day on your own, which means you need 44.75 more days of doing that to completely learn it on your own, like figuring everything out from the start. But if you guys don't want to do anything else, then that's fine as well.
I'll
44.5 more days, or
44.75. Because it's an amount of work week. It is 10 work weeks minus your intelligence modifier in work weeks. So it's 50 days minus your intelligence modifier times 5, which means in your case you have a +1. That means you could take 1 complete work week off of those. Off of those 10, which means you need to work 9 work weeks, which is 5 days, which is 45 days total, and you did 1 day on your own, which is 1/4 of a regular day.
Well, it's a start.
I'll just try and keep an eye out to help our new sailor friend, I think.
Okay. Is there anything particular you want to pick up or help with, or that's just what you're spending your day on? Because if you want to, and you want to spend the rest of the day, you can request to spend that day learning proficiency with water vehicles. Yeah.
I mean,
it's either that.
Yeah,
or
sure. That might be useful someday. So I'll try to see what I can pick up.
Okay. Yeah. So after you ask it, Jean is more than happy to teach you the basics of how to do this. And you learn 1 day. You have 1 day's worth of learning how to get proficiency with water vehicles.
I was also learning to navigate, not navigation, cartography, right? How many days would I still need for that?
Well, cartography, you haven't taken days to really learn it yet, and
I've drawn over maps. I've tried to make maps, but
you would have to take a day of downtime to actually learn how to do it.
Okay.
And if you have done it with your intelligence modifier is a little higher, so that means you need 40 days to learn something.
Alright.
If you have a master, that's 40 days. If you're learning it by yourself, it is 4 times as much.
Okay.
But if
But
you
yeah,
can, it's up to you. Which one you wanna do.
I figure I can't learn cartography right now since I'm
That's fair.
we're on the middle of the ocean. There's nothing to to
Sure.
No, nothing really. So yeah, okay.
Where do you guys all keep your gold pouches and stuff, and the party funds?
Of the party funds, you mean, or?
Why do you want to know?
Just wondering.
Well, Zera has them.
Huh?
In the bag of holding would be the party funds.
Yes, I think so as well.
Huh?
Probably on my person.
If these guys are going to steal from us, I mean,
We could just drop them off again.
yeah.
Just like.
But I know
fuck you.
Lucas, and I know the smile on his face when I'm talking about this.
Eventually.
I mean it. If these guys are gonna steal from us.
Eventually, nightfall does come.
Yeah.
I do want to keep watch though.
Sure.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Let's keep watches.
Just want to see.
I don't trust you.
To see if those water creatures come back.
Yeah.
Sure, that's a good reason.
That's another explanation. What do you want to be awake for?
Nice.
Because I don't
Because
trust the DM.
Who's
the
keeping
universe.
watches? Because you need 3 watches to get through a night.
Yeah. Well.
Utzel, George, and Bree.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Sarah will be asleep most of the time because she normally is navigating.
Okay, so Utzel goes first. Utzel, go ahead and make a perception check.
Alrighty. That's an 8.
8, very well.
Woohoo.
As you're late in the earlier hours of the evening, everybody kind of tries going to bed. Jean and you are still in the back of the ship. You're still kind of going through some stuff with you. He gives you the steering, like it's not a steering wheel, but it's just the steering pole for the fin on the back of the ship. And he goes, I think it's time for me to find some proper rest. So if you take this and you simply don't let it go for a while, the ship should not drift too far off course.
Oh, all right. if you think I'll.
I think you can handle that much. Just
Okay.
hold it there. Jean goes to the mast, and there he finds himself falling asleep eventually. Is there anything you want to do during your watch, Utzel? Because there's nothing in particular that you notice.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's anything going on. I'll probably try to.
No.
Probably try to check if I'm not. Double check if I'm not fucking up the course. That's why I'm probably not looking as well. Just like if I had this thing in my hands, just like, oh shit.
You're keeping to it pretty well. It's kind of hard to fuck this up.
Yeah, well, yeah. Otherwise I'm just like, I'm not really paying close attention.
Okay.
But after a while, I'll just go towards first George and then Bree, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll go to George and then wake him up. Probably tying a rope around the thing, trying to keep it in place, so it doesn't go away. Hey, George, wakey.
Wakey.
Yeah, I was holding that thing, so if you could hold it, I'm going to sleep.
Oh.
I tied it down.
Okay.
At least try to. We should be still going the right way. Here is my compass. You can check. Give it back
That's
to
a
me,
lot of
Laurel.
things I have to do at the same time.
Yeah, you'll do great.
And multitask.
You'll do great.
Go ahead and make a perception check, George.
All right, guide runes. A 27 for a natural 20.
Eh?
Ooh.
You look around. One of your fellow shipmates seems to not really be asleep at this point, which is Bob.
Ooh.
He seems to still be awake, kind of sitting in the same place he was put in.
You okay?
Kind of looks back at you being there, his eyes kind of wide to go. Yeah, you. Kind of like a thumbs up in your direction.
Can't sleep.
No, not really. You?
Something bothering you? Well, I'm keeping watch.
You always do that?
Well, let's just say our previous person has been dragged off the boat and we were threatened by a storm. Yes, we always do that.
Right. Good luck with that. You also notice, George, later in the course of your watch, as the waves begin to grow a little higher, and the clouds begin to darken, and the boat begins to rock more and more before eventually the first trickle of rain hits the deck of the ship and begins to rock heavier. And the waves begin to grow to a size where they begin to collapse in on themselves. And the ship begins to rock more and more until the point that Zira is first awoken with a quick bulge of vomit that just flies off the edge.
I forgot she was seasick.
But what wakes everyone up is a single loud crack of thunder, lightning and thunder in the distance. And the rain begins to pour heavier and heavier. And within moments of you guys all waking up, your head and shoulders, knees and toes are completely soaked. But you guys find yourselves in a night storm that has rolled up on your boat.
Oh no. George, can you do something?
Jean,
Great
who also
woman.
wakes
Thing.
Jean, who also
woman.
wakes up at this moment, kind of notices that and begins to rush over to the steering that he left and kept it in check.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
What we're gonna do is, as you guys find yourselves in this storm that begins to grow heavier and heavier, is a skill challenge where you take a skill that you're proficient in. You explain to me how you would wish to utilize it to aid your party in passing through the storm unscathed. You will need 4 successes or 4 failures to either succeed or fail on passing through the storm safely and unharmed, and we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah. Can I go first?
Sure, if you have an idea, go for it. Yell at me.
Yeah. I have an idea to persuade everyone to make sure they're all tied to the mast, as Zira and I are. So if one of us could fall aboard, but that we're not that we wouldn't drown away.
Right?
Well, water walk is cast, as I've said. After
Oh.
everything, a water walk is cast, so you would
Do
hit.
you think it would help in a storm?
Yeah, you wouldn't drown.
Can I use?
Well, you don't know what would happen if a wave collapses in over you, either. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
They
would
were in the
exactly know what
water.
happened. You would be submerged for a moment, and you would instantly move up to the top part of it.
Oh, that's what it says? Okay.
That's what the spell
So
says.
you get fall damage from doing that.
No, you don't get fall damage. Like it drops on you, and you just go back to the top part.
Nah, yeah.
Really
And it
weird.
would just constantly pull you there.
Right.
But
But, Bree,
You
go
would-
ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
afterwards, I might have an
persuasion.
idea.
Because I have one as well.
Oh. That's an 11.
11.
Yeah, and I have a +7. So
Yeah.
really
It's not
low.
terribly high.
Hmm. Just sucks.
Alright, 1 second.
But yeah, rolls from already sucks.
11.
Let's see if I would get if I would roll right here.
It is difficult to get everybody to, especially those who have already jumped into high gear trying to, hold on to themselves, to then also go around to everybody like, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that?
I'd like to scream, but it's hard.
And you're also
in this
not sure how
storm.
much it would actually help you getting through the storm. It would keep
Yeah,
you,
because
keep
I'm
you
just
safe.
panicking right now.
Exactly. 11.
Yeah. Well, Zero and I already are tied up to the mast, so that's a good idea.
Utzel.
Yeah, I wanted to try, since there are waves collapsing, I wanted to try to use my those nature or survival skills, it doesn't matter, or perception maybe, to see, to try to predict the collapsing waves, to try and guide us through the waves. To help the one
I
who's
would say-
steering the ship, guiding them through the waves.
I would say that would be a perception check to keep an eye out for any particularly dangerous waves.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're all the same modifier, so that's a 20.
20. Very well. Okay. You, with Jean, to keep an eye out on any of the, on the ocean ahead of you. Sometimes whenever a wave does seem to become particularly high, where Jean is just mostly trying to make sure that, the sail stays intact and that the boat keeps upright. You make sure to navigate him through which directions to take, when to slow down, when to speed up, stuff like that. When to go with a wave rather than to go against it, stuff like that. So very well. That's a good one. Anybody else?
Well, what would you say would make sense? What skill would be tied? Well, skill, I'm not saying. What stat would be tied when I would say George would? Because he is not just a smith, he's also a carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, keeping things afloat, repairing small damages. That's probably what George would do. That would be what he's good at.
I would say that would be a strength to try and, through the storm, keep working on keeping the ship upright.
Well, because it's through the storm, he will use Bear's endurance to make sure he will continue doing his work properly.
How do you want to use acrobatics? I want to backflip to give everyone inspiration.
That's a great idea. If it would work.
So,
Oh, that's. I just thought of that.
I want to make an insight check about what waves are coming at us.
Which wave seems to be a dick?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do that much.
a 22.
22. Very well. The boat. This boat was not made for this type of weather, which you find out very quickly. When Utzel once mistakenly misses one of the waves and it manages to sweep over the boat, Most of you managed to hang on pretty well, without too much effort. But you also notice that on the side of the ship, it seems to be the wood has seemed to crack. But make an insight check.
Inside.
Or sorry, not insight check. Investigation check. Because you found this broken plank that you're now trying to fix.
20.
20. That didn't seem to have been broken from blunt force trauma. There seems to have been a very direct point of impact where this particular piece of wood seemed to have been purposely broken. You notice that.
What?
I anyway see that. Would I see if it's like a bite, a scratch, or a bludgeon?
With your with a 20, you would imagine this must have been something either like an axe or a very strong directed bite attack from like a large beast could have done this. But it seemed too direct to be just something random.
Wait, what?
Right.
It's most likely some type of tool that did that.
And Utzil didn't see anything swimming around with the perception
No, he did not.
he made.
Nothing in the water, per se.
Any gear that's on the boat that could have done this?
You guys have a...
Well, our weapons, obviously, as well.
Yeah, you guys have a multitude of stuff that could have done this. Besides
Did
that...
the two other guys have anything?
You haven't checked them.
Well...
Yeah, normally Zero always mentions that. I want to investigate
First,
them.
I will
they were not
mend
dead.
it. And
Yeah.
will obviously use my carpenter. You know, I'll use the carpenter to try to repair and mend it where possible to make sure it no longer is what it is.
Right. You managed
Before I
to...
worry about who did it.
That
you
no
managed
water
to
comes
fix it.
into the boat.
That would be pretty bad, yeah.
Because I don't want to sink. Or drown.
Right. The boat is fixed. You used that skill pretty well. Anybody else have a skill?
Well, I could sing a song during this to make sure the mood stays up.
You can attempt something like that. Might be a bit
Yeah.
higher DC, but you can try.
Yeah. Can I do something else with performance? I mean, I'm a bard, so that's the most logical thing to do, but...
Don't you have other skills for that?
Yeah, I have history, insight, perception, persuasion, and performance. Those are my proficiencies.
Does Zira have anything?
She has even less than I have. She has Arcana, Insight, Investigation, and Religion. So religion could work, but yeah.
Religion could work? How would religion work? You pray to the deities that the storm would stop?
Yeah,
well, maybe.
some kind of... Oh, wait! I know what I can do! I can do a dance to make sure the gods stop with this thing. With this stuff. And
rain
could help
dance.
me with
You want to do a
with
rain
religion.
dance?
Yeah, but then
An
reverse.
anti-rain-
To make sure the sun
anti-rain
comes back.
Sure,
Reverse rain dance.
go ahead. Go ahead and make a performance check to see
Yeah,
if you
and
can
Zara could do the
impress some
same
type of
with
entity that might
religion,
have
because she
influence over
knows-
this.
Yeah, Azira could do it with religion. She could do it with me because she
No,
knows
this would be
what
really a
gods to
performance
address.
check.
Yeah, for me you need a performance
Mhm.
check. I know. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. It's a 14.
Bree begins to dance on the ship, whatever the fuck. And The rain seems not to really go away that much. What Bree is doing is standing in the way of the rest, who is to like run around the ship to try and make sure it's afloat.
Bree, what the fuck?
So you're not helping.
Oh, guys, stay happy. So someone come
Stop
back.
being that. If this had, George will.
Oh my god.
George will go to Zira, who's a little seasick and barfy, and
Ooh.
I need your help.
What's your plan?
I need you to keep a good eye out on everyone in the ship and on the ship itself. I need you to look for damage. I need you to look for possible causes of the damage so that I can quickly repair them. Can you do that for me?
Yes, of course. She will make an investigation check.
Good.
Well, investigations or no, investigation hasn't been used yet.
Nope.
All right, go ahead and make
Investigation
an
hasn't.
investigation. No, I asked you to, so you're right. Go ahead and make an investigation. check.
Perception has been used. That
Yeah.
I used that.
That's a 21.
21.
Why am I always rolling high for Zira, but not for Bree?
Wow.
Zira, looking around, at one point finds at the front of the ship, like she's kind of like scanning the sides, making sure that nothing's broken. She goes into the hull where she can actually see. She jumps into the hole, and at that point she notices that that there's an impact at the front of the ship, and she notices the water begins to leak in. She immediately lets you know, George, and you go to repair. But the moment she kind of like comes back on top and points in that direction, the only person you see up in the front, because Bree's dancing in the back trying to keep everybody's spirits up, is Bob, who's kind of like partially leaning on the side, holding on to the central like iron column that's there.
All right.
Bob.
After repair, I'll go to Bob. Just in the middle of the storm, just sort of hold on with him.
Don't be suicidal, Bob. Come on.
Oh.
Are you the one doing that?
Doing what? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, and water comes by.
Wanna just insight check.
Go ahead and make an
If
insight
he
check.
doesn't know what I'm talking about.
You still hear me. I'm still directing the way.
Well, the thing you hear most is Bree who's dancing.
Oh yeah, Bree.
Oh,
and then-
26? Nah, he's fucking with you.
Yeah.
He's like barely concealing a hand axe that's partially shoved up his sleeve. You can see the axe head kind of in his hand.
We saved him!
George
did
just
he
sort of
do this?
slides down his hammer. Why are you doing it?
And so you reveal that you saw through his stick.
Pretty much.
Alright. You see, as you kind of like grasp the hammer, he notices that, and then you turn to him. As you begin to speak that sentence, you see his human form shift to a more darkish blue-purple skin tone. The bald head beginning to bulge, and from the skin burst out these large tentacles. His mouth kind of begins to rupture and split in the middle as the mouth just opens up wide, trying to like just scare you in an initial moment. And for that, because it's in the middle of this, it's going to be hard not to. I would need you to all roll for initiative.
Again!
See, Zero
Twice
was over
combat.
there. Breeze over there. Utzel was back there.
I'm dancing, so it would be logic right now if I wouldn't have the highest initiative.
Well, then don't roll.
Natural 20! What the fuck is this?
Dances and just like,
Oh my God.
when you see him change.
What are you doing?
You pirouette around and just instantly see him change. It's like, oh no.
It's like, so hands, and pirouette. What are you doing? What?
Yeah, at one point you see George talking to Bob, then you spin around and you see George talking to some monster creature.
I am concentrating
You are concentrating? Oh yeah, on your Bear's Endurance.
on Hans' ability.
Yes.
Well, let's go.
Alright. Give me a moment.
We had a mole aboard the boat. Oh my god.
Come on. There we go. Alright. Alright. 25 to 20.
Natural 20. For Bree. 22.
Alright, Bree with 22.
That's the first time, I think. I'm top of the
20
round.
to 20 to 15.
16 for George.
Right. 15 to 10.
Utzel has 20,
sorry,
right?
yeah, I have 20.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
sorry.
That's not nice.
I didn't hear it.
What did Zero
I'm
get?
Sorry.
Sarah got a 4.
Alright.
Pretty low.
Alright.
I'm again top and bottom of the round. How do I do this? Last time Zero was top of the round.
It just
Now
means
Bree
that you're.
is.
It just
Right.
means that you're both up top and a bottom. Yeah, well.
Good to know.
Alright, so just to
Well,
make
we
it
knew
clear
that.
here, in the front here we have George across from Bob. In the back we have Utzil together with Jean. Jean is probably more at the helm than Utzil is.
Yeah.
Then we have Bree who was dancing and Zero who was in the she was in the hall just moments ago. But Zero rolled an investigation check. Let's see. Yeah, so. Alright.
Just being curious.
Mhm.
In what way could the storm affect our combat?
Well, the storm means that your ship is currently traveling much faster.
Okay.
And the area around you is much more unsafe. Meaning going overboard at this moment is much, much worse.
Yeah. Okay.
Meaning that if you go overboard... Alright.
So stay
The
aboard.
top of the round. Bree, you do a pirouette.
Yeah.
First, you see George talking to Bob, then you do a pirouette, and suddenly, monster there. You see George kind of grasping for the... with the Warhammer, probably immediately coming into motion. But you get to react just a split second before that. What do you want to do?
How far is he away from me?
Let's see. That would be... Because you're standing on... That one, Zero standing there. That is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
25 feet. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, there's 20 feet in between you guys, so...
He can make a wisdom saving throw as I cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
Alright. Alright, that's fair. Dissonant Whispers. Sorry, you gotta get... Alright, wisdom saving throw, you saying?
Yep.
That's a 21.
Yeah, so he makes it, but he takes half damage. So
Okay.
I roll 3d6 psychic damage, and he doesn't have to use its reaction to move away.
Alright, 3d6.
You can
go
stay
ahead and
where
roll
we-
for that, and you'll take half.
That's 8, so he takes 4 hit points of psychic damage.
Alright, 4 points of psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Anything else?
I wanna inspire Zira for her
Right.
for her next turn.
Zero's inspired. Then George, or Utzil, sorry, it's your turn first.
Yes. Seeing him change. The one next to me is still the same, right?
Yeah, Jean's currently like just holding on to the boat, making sure that it's going. He hasn't really noticed yet what's happening.
All right. I just see something change in the corner of my eye, so I'll try to charge over to it.
Alright. Let's see. That would be
I'm not sure what's going
5,
on yet, but
10, 15,
once I get
20.
closer, I probably see that it's
Yeah,
it's some kind of weird creature.
With 25, you can get right up in his face and see that this is not a human anymore. This is some sea creature.
Oh shit! I'll try to. Since I'm run, is it smart to push it into the water? Probably not. I'll try to hit it. I'll try to hit it first.
Yeah, well, pushing is just one of your attacks, so you can switch out any of your attacks to make a shove. And the waves are pretty rocky right now, which means you probably don't want to go overboard. So it's up to you if you want to try that.
Oh, I'll do a hit first. Don't try to
go for
shove. It's an attack action, right?
Yeah, shoving can be one of your attacks.
You could use the waves to make a pretty cool, like, backflip. Be very dumb and risky, but you could do it.
I probably shouldn't. I'll try to hit him first. It's a 25 to hit him.
25 hits.
Just like, and then try to push him with my other hand.
I'll go ahead and roll for damage first.
First
Pretty
damage.
sure your gloves can also
damage.
do this for you. 8 damage.
I don't. Probably.
Hey.
So
First you whack him with the glove.
No, there's a grapple action. Distance strike and
Oh,
better
okay. Yeah.
punch.
It doesn't help you with actually pushing.
It's not a push.
No.
So, but anywho, I'll
Mhm.
still try to push him.
Alright, go ahead and make an athletics check.
It's a natural 20
That's pretty good.
for 25.
I have 25.
Oh.
Yeah, he can't even. You punch him, you kind of disorient him, because he was still looking at George. Then
Oh,
you
wait,
whack, hit him square in the chest, and he begins to shove. You will use his reaction to try and catch onto the boat, making a DC 10 dexterity check. That's a 9. Whack in the face, square in the chest, and you see him just fly 5 feet just off of the ship, disappear into the water, and the waves just.
No, he has water walk on him.
No! That's why do do that?
Alright, so yeah, you shove him, and I would say he does fall prone in the water there.
The ship going for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how much hit points? How much damage would the ship do right now if it would be at full speed?
Yeah, well, when does the
over him.
ship move in this scenario? Is it the initiative?
Yeah.
round
That
20?
would be on yeah, like a layer action on a 20, which loses to player, so that would happen right now. But you still have a bonus action.
I can't reach him with a melee attack, so I'll just be like.
I mean, you can launch launch a gauntlet.
But I've already struck with the gauntlet twice. Can I still launch it then?
Yeah, that's just your offhand attack.
I could try to knock him out, just like boonk.
Yep.
I'm
Let's
just gonna
go,
try
Utzel.
it.
Go
Right.
for it.
Your range is increased to 20 feet. It's still a melee weapon, so you still have advantage because he's prone. Yeah, basically.
Yep. That's 2 21s.
21 that works. That hits.
Nice.
Just like some gloves, there's like.
I like it.
That's 5 damage.
5 points of damage. Alright, so now the ship moves. Yeah, he is in the trajectory of the ship. How heavy was the ship again? Did we say
Yeah.
before?
Like
2,000.
600.
Yeah, 1400.
Yeah, 1400 pounds.
Yeah,
something
1400 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, he's cut in half, right?
Well, he's on the
More than
side of
half
the
a
ship.
ton.
Well, yeah, he also has water walking, so it's just like
This is weird.
He can be submerged. He can be submerged,
Oh, he
sort
can be
of, but it would like
submerged,
he can be forcefully submerged. I'm pretty sure, but he would
Right.
instantly like be pushed. He would be pushed back instantly, so it would be like really awkward. He would just slide against the bottom until.
Okay,
he would reach
let's say it like
the
this.
surface.
The ship moves. He gets raked across the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like keelhalen. So that's not pleasant.
You hauling.
I'll say you'll suffer. Keelhalen normally kill the person in one go, but those are commoners. I'll say he suffers 2d6 damage for every 5 feet of the ship he has to fucking scrape under. That seems fair. He doesn't get the tip nor the end, because those are only one wide, but where Utzel starts, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet worth, and then he comes out over there.
So it's 12d6.
Yeah. So he suffers 45 points of just fucking damage for getting just sliced up by this thing. Like, because he's being pressed... Due to the magic, he's being pressed up against it. But this thing is moving at a decent speed, and there's just like all these like shells and shit in the bottom that just...
Yeah, all the barnacles and stuff.
Just rake him.
Oh my god.
So he comes out on the other end, a bloody fucking pulp, but still alive.
With 1 hit point.
The dumbest.
I also
shit
rolled
ever.
really high on those dice, so...
I'm just like, oh shit.
Yes, you did.
Oh shit.
George, it's your
You
turn.
don't
What do you
have
want
to
to do?
do anything, guys. The DM will kill its own,
I mean-
its own monster.
Well,
Push was better than expected.
Yep.
It just seemed fair.
George, you're in front. He's gone.
whilst he's down there, do we sort of see him submerged? Well, he's like he has to be submerged, but if he comes from under the boat, but can I like see him from where I'm?
You would have to walk a little
Is
closer.
he prone?
Yes.
Is what I would. Yeah,
Yes,
he's,
he's
prone.
prone.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you can't really see him. If you move like 15 feet, you can see him.
Yeah, sure. We'll get to him.
Let's see. That is 5, 10, 15. Then you're kind of standing next to where Zero is. And then you just kind of see him, just a bloody mess, just atop the water.
So as I was saying, as he pulls the weapon, the spiritual weapons are sort of in similar image comes next to him, like as he submerges like a whack-a-mole, just boom, tries to hit him.
Sure, go for it. The hammer.
He's a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
That will very much be whack-a-mole. For 10 points of force damage.
Yeah, you just and you dump him under the water again. When he comes up, he seems to be KO.
Yeah, he just goes with that.
And then he just kind of like floats back. A wave just takes him, and Bob is
And
gone.
then George just sort of points his hammer at the half-elf and he's "You got any secrets with you as well?"
What? No, I did not. I really, I did not know him that well. Still like
Insight
holding
check, 'cause
on
I
to the
haven't used
ship.
my action yet.
Go ahead and
We
make an
can-
insight check.
We could also do that to you. I say, very intimidating.
It's not yet your turn, Bree. You have to wait to talk.
Go ahead and roll, Max.
25.
He seemed to be pretty genuine and also scared because the guy just fucking showed up. This happened in 6 seconds. He has no fucking clue what's going on.
Yep.
It happened for him
Alright.
less than 6 seconds because he just saw me dart over there and just saw him just
I mean,
pop
So
out.
that-
The fastest
You just
combat
fucking
I've
steal
ever
and
done.
kick him.
Any- So the thing you rolled wasn't for that?
He seems
So
to have
it
been
is, like-
genuine.
Alright.
Don't worry, if you guys insight check someone, I'm always gonna
Mhm.
either roll deception
Okay.
or persuasion.
Alright.
Yeah.
So I'm always gonna roll.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, George will sort of like move towards him. And
Oh yeah, storm.
search. And you know, as things continue again, I imagine, unless combat continues, that's my turn.
Combat does not continue, but we're back in the skill challenge. Where Zero's investigation helped you to now keep the ship from being destroyed any further.
Yeah.
But you guys haven't reached 4 successes yet. The rain dance didn't do it. Didn't really cut the...
Dang.
Well,
No.
now that the damage trouble is gone, could George tend to any wounds with medicine? If that's
Yeah, I
or
wanted
make sure
to-
everyone or keep people from not being sick and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had
They
an
were
idea
emotional.
too, so... If that doesn't work out, I might
Nobody
have an
has
idea too.
nobody has gotten any severe injuries yet.
Not yet.
But Sarah is always
well,
seasick, so
I mean, Bob is pretty dead.
yeah, Bob
Okay, yeah,
is dead.
Bob is pretty fucked. But
Yeah.
saving him won't help you save the ship, and won't help
Yeah.
you navigate through the storm.
Well, is everything okay with Jean? Is he alright?
Psychologically, probably not.
Physically, sure.
Well-
Otherwise, I might have an idea.
Mhm.
Can I use my survival skills to help replace rope where it might have been snapped due to the storm? Or just add rope and strengthen it?
And do some Boy Scout knot tying.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Whoa, that's a 9.
9. A single rope seems to be fraying, and you go over there and you grab it and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna tie this thing together so that the fraying isn't gonna fuck anything up. And as you grab it, you're like, oh, here we go, and it snaps. And as it snaps, the rope just kind of flutters out of your hand, and part of the sail just collapses, like half of it just collapses.
Oh,
Utzil,
no.
what did you do?
That did not help.
It was already
Now
fraying!
the rope is kind of
Can
just
you
like
do that?
flying 40 feet up in the air.
DM.
Yes.
Now that is happening, I have a thing that I can do.
Okay.
George, with his enhanced ability still, with his double carrying capacity, wants to push with his athletics the mast back up.
Well, the mast hasn't fallen. The sail has. The
Well,
sail
sail
is...
him up and then push the sail up.
So you have to, would
You
have
can-
to
so
climb.
that's-
You can
so it's
climb up
okay.
and try to replace the rope with your body to try and hold up that end of the that end of the sail.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check. It's pretty heavy because you're trying to hold it up during a storm.
Can I guidance myself? Because that's definitely...
No, but
Yeah,
then you won't have advantage because they're both concentration.
That's very true.
I mean, you can guide yourself if you want to.
I mean,
No, no.
It's just the either
22.
Or. 22. Alright. George climbs up, full armor, and enhanced bear strength. It grabs
Must
the
admit.
grabs the tip of this
Doing
of this sail, and holds it up to the top of the mast. And there, like a spider monkey, just clings himself there, and the wind catches it again. This previously loose part of the sail, and as you hold it, it just fails it, and the ship begins to move much faster as it lost quite a bit of speed in that instant moment with the rope fell. But yeah, that works, and the ship is caught. You guys make your way through the storm. No damages to the ship anymore, avoiding most of the larger waves. Managing to, not really
Yep.
convince anybody to stop the rain, but Bree's trying.
After-
George Thor style is just...
Oh. Oh.
after
Please stop
comment,
raining.
don't raining man, stop raining man.
Yeah, stop raining, man. Hallelujah. No more rain. Stop raining, man. I want a sun. Please. Yeah.
But the night passes, and early in the morning, everything grows still
Why?
again.
Why is this always at night? These kind of stuff.
And
Ah.
in the distance now, as the sun begins to rise, in the distance, The first few bumps of land begin to show themselves to you.
Oh, there's land up ahead.
But the whole ship kind of comes to a still. And that most of you, at the moment the ship is in quite safe waters. Most of you pass the fuck out. Because you've been awake the entire day. The entire night.
Yes, sir.
When you awake, all one by one, the ship is dead in the water. There's no winds anymore at the moment.
So, could we, like, paddle? Or something like that?
Well, do you have oars?
We
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we
Then
do.
you can.
We have 6, right? Or
4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you guys could.
We all
row
could
this.
do one thing. Let Sarah hold hold the steering at that moment.
so what did that thing change into?
I don't know.
No clue.
Never seen it before.
Jean kind
Right?
of goes, I did not know him. He was just on the we did not talk. I don't know.
Jean, it's alright. We trust you.
I'm just
kinda.
finding it very curious. You are on a floating wooden piece with that thing.
Maybe he kidnapped Jean. You don't know that.
It make
No, but I did not know who he was. He said he was from the same ship. I did not question him. I thought maybe I did not have seen him before, and that's the reason why I didn't recognize him.
Maybe it
How
was a
long
sea
were you
wizard.
with that thing?
A couple of days. He didn't say much.
I wonder what its motivations were.
maybe it did the same thing to that other ship. Have there been ships missing in these parts?
That makes sense.
Not too many I'm aware of. If anybody who sails on the Lost Storm Sea can encounter, well, heavy weather, but
Because George, you said that he wanted to. Well, he was sabotaging the ship.
Oh, it was very much doing that.
So maybe he sabotaged your ship. That's why he was there, and was waiting for, for a ship like us to grab, to get new people. I don't know.
possibly.
Seems odd.
But I did not know him, or he didn't. He was. I found that a little, curious myself. So.
Well, it pans out that you didn't notice him get on the raft, because he probably was from the sea. Right, I hazard a guess.
Possibly.
Well, he wasn't doing land things too well, so the water walk turned out pretty good.
That was really fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to,
So don't touch our ship.
I understand. Sure. Yeah, I was not planning on doing that. I did not. We're good.
Also, to anyone, don't accidentally get off the ship while we're sailing in front of it, because that apparently hurts a lot, which I could have guessed.
Yeah, the water walk really doesn't help when you go in front of the ship. That's
Yeah.
that's dumb. But that makes sense as well. Don't do that.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to. I mean, George was already dropping me one time.
I did it
Oh.
once.
Yeah, I know that you didn't want to, but someone could lose grip, so I'm not doing that anymore.
Also, the deal still stands, I assume.
Mm-hmm. I think so too, if Jean also thinks that.
I am more than happy to bring you guys to the
Wherever we
don't-
are going.
Yes.
Well, we'll keep you safe wherever we go.
Yeah.
Good. Now
But
that
can
we
you do something? Like in a fight? Or are you just the princess we need to protect?
fighting was
weird way
never
of
more
saying
really part of my. So I can hit someone, if I need to. But I've
Hit me.
There's a difference between hitting someone and actually fighting.
that was never really part of my forte. That was more for the other guys. There were.
Yeah. You probably don't want to get into fights like that. I mean, that one went really quickly, but that could have gone way south. If
I'm not kidding. Hit me.
I would
Or
really.
try to.
Well, I'm okay with not attacking anyone.
I'm not going to fight back.
Well, that does not make it fair, then, is it?
It's
We-
just
we
we
ca-
want to see you how
Just
how
a single
hard you
hit
could
to
hit.
see what you can do.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you
Otherwise,
allow
we
him
can
to hit
spar.
you?
he will roll a natural
Yes.
20 right
Nice.
now.
As he kind of just gets ready and he goes and first of all he punches you in the chest and just boom hits the metal.
That's a very
does
bad
nothing.
idea.
It literally does nothing. That's his first
I
attack.
was I sort of meant. So plate is like.
I do not
I imagine
want to
that
hurt
hurts your
you.
hand.
Well, a lot of people also don't show up with blades on ships, so I'm not really,
Look.
not familiar territory.
He will also not float. I think he would.
And a lot
Right.
of people also can't walk on water. But some people
There he
are
goes
different.
again.
If I couldn't walk on water, I wouldn't wear plate. I'll be very honest. That would scare the living shit out of me.
That makes sense.
Walking
Yes.
water must be in the song of George, because he said it too much. Walking on water.
But I'm serious. Hit me like in the face. The beard will cushion it.
Will you allow him to hit you in the face?
No.
Alright, he will attempt to hit you
I'll
then.
put up my shield in front of it.
Okay.
But that's part of the test.
So he has
If
to beat a
rolls above,
22 AC.
He
Yes.
rolls a 22.
I haven't rolled yet. I haven't
No,
rolled yet.
no,
Oh wait,
that was Max's roll.
That's Max's roll. Okay, I was just already laughing.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
He
very
almost
nice.
catches
Good
you,
hit.
but you raise the
Barely
shield
missed it.
just in time. You kind of, rather than him hitting the shield, you kind of just hit his wrist and actually push his fist up, and he misses with that. And he's like, oh, that hurts a lot. Why did you?
that was.
I thought you
that
were
was a
going to
good-
let me hit you in the face.
I did.
That hurt.
You just had to hit me.
I tried.
George,
Things.
I mean,
be
do you
kind.
want me to show you how it's done?
I need this hand.
George.
Ow.
Utzel, Utzel, Utzel,
gonna whack him?
Utzel.
No, I'll just stop
I mean,
right
if
in
you
front of
want
his
to,
face.
you can try.
I'll just stop right in front of his face. No. And just
I
pat him
mean-
on his head.
But Jean goes, how about I just sail you guys somewhere and then no more
Eh,
fighting yet?
Jean, if you want, we can spar. I've
No.
done my bit in the fighting ring. It's pretty fun.
That's why. No, I'm okay. Thank you.
That's okay, Sean, because we don't know how to sail, and it's
Good.
okay that you don't know how to fight.
Yeah, but just
But
the
it's-
last guy who couldn't fight didn't end up too well.
But it is fun. Why don't people not understand it? It's
The last
fun.
guy that tried to fight you didn't end up well either.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, but we're not good at multitasking, so
Yeah. It's either fighting or sailing, and sailing we aren't good at, and fighting we are. Kind of.
it's either fighting or saving someone. We really can do both.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to be getting anywhere, there's no use in sailing because there's no wind. So,
Yeah,
everybody grab
so-
an oar in that case.
Do we have to make a check for that?
Strength check.
Sure. Go ahead and make athletics
Because-
checks, everyone.
Because I could really fuck that up. I'm not as good at strength. Does Zero also have to make it, or
No, Zero's
is
not
he-
helping. Zero can't
Zero
fucking.
isn't.
No.
Yeah. Okay, straight roll for me. What?
Everybody's kind of like fucking around, not really able to do much, but Bree's
Like-
fucking going at it.
I have an 18
guys-
and the other guy.
You guys are going in circles for the first 2 hours, slowly drifting
Please
towards
slow down.
towards the land. You guys are going
Come on,
so
guys,
slow.
pick up the speed.
Don't be so competitive about it, for fuck's sake.
It takes a hot
I'm not
fucking
competitive.
second.
You have to be better than me. Come
Like,
on.
I'm still
Utzel-
tired from last night.
Utzel, Jordan, and Jean are pretty much on the same wavelength. But then Bree is fucking
It's like,
trying to get to the other side of the world at this speed.
Come on, we want to go to the land. We need to complete our mission. Come on.
That's
takes-
your mission, okay?
It takes quite a while for you guys to like actually get anywhere close. I do need somebody to roll a d10.
Again.
I will. That's a 5.
5?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Why do you say that?
It takes a moment for you guys to figure everything out. But once you do, the travel continues as normal.
Ew.
You all eventually find you get close to the islands, and at one point Jean does begin to recognize where you're going. He managed to steer you all in the right direction. The next day, I need somebody else to roll a d10.
Mean
Yes.
George?
Mm-hmm.
I shall roll the d10. 6.
6. Alright, go ahead and roll a d4.
And you can't
6.
roll 1 and you can't roll 4.
A d4. You rolled a 6.
A 3.
A 3, okay. The
Don't
first day of
question my
travel
ways.
through the Lawless Archipelago goes pretty well. The second day, when you all wake up and want to continue, there is a very, very, very dense fog that obscures the way ahead of you. You have no real sense of direction, and what you rolled is a skill challenge. We just did one, but you rolled another one.
Why though? Really?
You have to navigate your way through this fog cloud.
Oh god.
However you wish to aid in that, let me know. This time you only have to get 3 successes.
Okay.
I could probably help with perception and navigating using my compass as well. If he knows where we need to go, then I can just use my compass to be like, okay, we can just make sure we don't hit anything.
Alright. So what skill are you trying to use in this?
Perception, nature, survival.
Well,
Probably either survival or perception would work.
Which one do you want to do?
I mean, is one of us also
probably
proficient in
survival.
survival? Because I think you're the only one.
Yeah, probably survival.
Go ahead and make a
If
survival
you're gonna
check.
be doing directional things, I would say I will enhance Utzil's ability for owls thingamajig
Wisdom. Woohoo.
to gain advantage on wisdom checks.
He says,
That's good because
that's
I can
something I
stun-
can use in the
I can suddenly direct better because it's a 23 now.
23. Yeah, your compass
Why
helps
does it
out a
count?
lot. After you guys started like locating some of the islands that Sean recognized, finding your way by the use of compass isn't super hard. So that's a very easily successful check.
Which skill was that exactly?
That was survival.
That was survival.
Can I?
Then, oh,
What
You go
would you
first.
want to do?
some stupid. You go first.
Can I climb in the mast and use my sight, my perception, to see if where the fog is? Yeah, I just
Where
want
the
to
fog?
get through What the fuck?
Alright.
Haha.
Yeah, you want to be above the fog clouds to then see.
Yeah. Hmm.
Sure. With a
I
bit of
wanna-
what's your strength like? Or go ahead and make an athletics check first. That like this is apart from the skill check.
Yeah,
Just go
that's a
ahead and make
good
an athletics
idea.
check. I always want to see how well this goes.
14 to climb.
That's okay.
So-
You managed to get
So,
there.
yeah. It's a straight roll, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
Mhm. You managed to get there. Go ahead and make
Mhm.
a perception check. Because the higher you up, you do have more visibility. You can see some peaks of hills and mountains in the distance that are built on top of these, or built, that are on top of some of these islands. So you can have a better sense of direction.
Yeah, just a great sense of direction because I roll a natural 20, good for
There you
26 total.
Second success. You
Yeah.
are managing to make your way through. George, you had an idea as well, I heard.
Well, that idea had.
Just do it. I also had the stupid idea before. Dancing in the rain.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
Just do it. I'm gonna laugh. Not at you, but about your idea. What is your idea?
Well, either with investigation, but I don't think I can. I like, oh, investigate if the current in the water is the way that makes sense. I don't know.
That would be
that
more
would
of
make
like a
sense for
survival
that.
thing rather than investigation, I think. But we did survival already.
We did also do perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are the two skills that we've used so far.
Yeah, most obvious also.
Mm,
Something with nature or I don't know.
I'm thinking about nature, but it would be identifying the fog. Maybe.
Yeah,
I
it's
figured
fog.
the only thing George would know to do in this case, because he can't see, there's nothing rough happening, so he can't craft or build or do much. So he would sit down and pray to Moradin for safe passage.
What skill would you
Using
utilize for that? Religion. Okay.
Religion.
Go ahead and make a religion check to try and do that.
Roll a d100 to see if your god likes
Gives a
you.
shit.
Yeah.
It's not. So, we'll guidance in this prayer for a total of a 20.
Hey. You begin to pray because you have no idea what else to do. And it takes a moment, quite a moment, and you're not sure whether or not it is more than at work or if it's just pure luck. But the fog begins to
No, I'm
thin a
sure.
little bit. It becomes a lot warmer. But some of the fog evaporates and disappears, revealing about midway through the afternoon, ships in the distance. Its masts revealing first. You see quite a few of these very large galleons that are positioned quite some distance away from a beach. On the beach itself, and a rather steep incline, you see multiple buildings, houses. You see a load of smaller vessels that are docked much nearer to the coast. And to your right, on top of a hill, you see this heavy stronghold, this fort of thick earth and rock stone, just built there as a strong foothold that overwatches this entire bay area. And you guys have arrived at the Cave Rum. As you guys are making your way closer, Jean begins to explain. Some of these larger vessels are from some of the pirate lords. They have to position them here and then use smaller vessels to actually ferry their men to the docks themselves. We should be able to dock at the just at the shipyard. There will be a small fee to station your ship, but something like this is not. I don't think it's necessarily that much of a problem.
Great.
Pirate Lord?
Yes, those who rule most of these seas, the ones you do not mess with.
Pirate Lord.
Didn't
Pirate
pirate
Lord.
that lords.
Well, they have captains normally, right? Not lords.
Well, every ship has a captain, but not every ship has a pirate lord. There is not too many of them.
So he's like the captain of the captains.
No, there are multiple pirate lords. Most of them give themselves that title once they acquire multiple ships and their fleet.
So just big guys we have to watch out for.
Just don't cross any of them and you should be okay.
Okay.
Wasn't planning on to, thanks.
What if the guy we're looking for is a pirate lord?
Might be.
Whoa.
Then I have no idea who
Would
the
you?
fuck you're looking for.
Neither do we. But just imagine if he was. Would you really want to give a crown to somebody who would go by the name of Pirate Lord?
I mean, he'd know how to lead.
Yeah, he would. So he would have to.
Into chaos.
I mean, it's not my country, so it's...
I am
I mean-
incredibly
That's up-
confused.
that's up to her.
Jean just checks out of the conversation.
I mean, we don't know that. He could also be just a sailor guy, and he could be oppressed by some other pirate lord, and
He
just wants something new in his life, and we get this new opportunity for him.
I don't think he is gonna be a random sailor guy. Something in me just tells me that he's already privileged. He's probably gonna find a way to.
Well, he is from royalty, so
Well, yeah, he probably.
he always
found-
has it himself. Angie also has that. It's just a bit like the arrogance and just looking down on everyone and still want to maintain that everyone is keep being all right and stuff, but yeah, you're just
Yeah, that
you're
sounds
a
very
little bit
human.
important.
If you begin to
Yeah, that
mention
does sound
Bree,
very human.
you feel a slight vibration in one of your belt pouches. Something that
Oh,
begins
wait.
to shake.
Oh wait, the thing
my
I got
phone.
from
Hey.
Surfer Share.
Yeah, you
Bree.
grab it and you see the pearl, and the pearl, which was at first was like a whitish blue, it begins to like glow, like red, like it's been like iron in a forge, and it begins to
What is this?
it begins to slowly spin, just and begins to float on its own.
Is it supposed to do that?
It floats.
don't know.
It floats away from your hand to a space nearby that is open, before the whole thing bursts into flame, but not fire, radiant flame, very similar to what George often does. This radiant flame just fills the space,
Oh, that's right.
and there, standing,
That's right, wait,
you see Angie. Together with another individual dressed in darker blacks, pale white skin, long dark hair, elvish figure. No armor, no weapons, but they both arrive and they land on the ship, and Angie has returned.
Oh,
And that's what
Angie.
we're going to be picking up at the next episode, because as I said before, next week we will not be playing. But the week after that, Angie will return once again. So,
And a new
Let's see
character
what
will.
until then,
Ooh.
thank you guys for coming out to
Exciting.
play. Thank you guys for coming out to watch, or watching this later on YouTube if you have. We won't be back until the week after next week, because there's a couple of parties happening. But until then, have a good time, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.